Hello and let there be light as we see Caosak's United States Forces. First time we've seen this faction today after a bevy of British action. We've got the barracks constructing, we've got the scouts scouting. Maybe they'll become pathfinders, maybe they'll have a transition. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, yes, we've gone for Armoured Battle Group. Now there's a surprise. Caosak is one of the highest rated players in Company Heroes Ladder right now. Isildur, ever the baddie. He's gone straight for Falchion Pioneers, and there they are, dropping onto the fuel. One by one they come. 1, 2, 3, 4. The colours are indeed correct. You've got Caosak versus Isildur in the north. As you've already seen it, the Wehrmacht. We've had a lot of fun, and there's those dastardly commands yet again. I've gotten really quick at getting rid of them, I think. Is it graphics? Have I remembered that right? No. I've forgotten already, and I'm ruining the cast as we speak. I swear it's graphics. It is indeed graphics. I shouldn't have doubted myself. Event queues off. I always forget that bit. Kirakon with the Kettenkrad. Let's see what he's going to be doing. Capping the fuel. Is he going to be pushed away by this rifleman squad, though?
4x4 recon vehicle
Yeah,
deployed.
Mr. Jim. Of course it's gameplay. Of course it's gameplay. Falchion Pioneers doing what they do best. Plummet out of the sky and forward cap. And then killing. They do a very good job at killing. But here we go. We got the Jeep is out. And why did he go armoured? Well, the Jeep can already capture territory now because he's chosen that ability. He's already, by the way, hunting down the Kettenkrad. A terrible start for Isildur. Oh dear, that's not a good start. Got the MG42 coming out next, but the Battle Jeep has had a fantastic show of things already. What a beautiful specimen. He truly is. As he shows off his capping potential there. There we go. Capture complete there from the scouts. The Jeeps having some good fun. More rifles are coming out. And we've gone for an HMG for Isildur. Pioneers pushed back. Oh! I had a yellow helmet icon for a second. Maybe that means the Jeep's coming. I don't know what that means. Oh, God.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah, the map app upgrade. The command truck. Well said, Apple Smoothie. Giving him officer capabilities. Basically, I think this guy's got binoculars. Yes, he has. He's looking at that strawberry. And he sees all of it. Fantastic stuff. In fact, if you look on the map here, I think you can actually... You can't see on the tap map, but you can certainly see when he's using the ability on the minimap there. Rifleman advance. Falchions under duress. Some serious battle stress. Well, they do have some friends to help them out. And that negates the cover, because cover is directional in Company Heroes. Meanwhile, Jeep's got around the backside of the HMG. Oh dear. Rifleman as well with the flank there. Just a bit of... I thought that was decent positioning from Isildur, but apparently not. Caosak was able to use the lines of sight he's got going. Really find a good angle. Cut-off attempt incoming. Will the rifleman get their toe over the line? Oh, that guy won't, but the other 5 might. Jeep, though, on the retreat path here. He's going to go in front of him and shoot him in the face. Nope, couldn't quite get that off, but the rifleman can certainly have a go. Those M1 Garands. MG42 is ready and able once more. 1,400 rounds per minute. Haven't really been able to start firing yet. This is their first salvo of the game, and they suppress instantly, of course. Scouts are going to poke around in base, almost. I bet they can see about there, to be honest. It's, I know they're capping the fuel, but that's the prowess of Caosak at the moment. Very well trained player from Denmark. Maybe the successor to Aimstrong, who is actually in Automatch Ladder right now, and he did sign up for the Master League but couldn't play today. unfortunately for us. Also got Refero, of course. He's another famous Danish player. Got a few, really. MG's finally going to connect some of these territory sectors, the fuel, the munitions that Isildur currently doesn't have in his hands. Isildur, wow, he's really not doing so well in this game 1. He's one of the best players Company Heroes has ever seen, but he's not been playing that much CoH3, but you would really think that his pedigree would mean he's able to resist the onslaught. You can see that we'll be able to fire through that window perhaps on the MG, so the MG has to reposition. This is very, very powerful garrison. There you go. Powerful garrison. Well, how many pioneers has he got? He's got one Falchion-Pio, 2 Falchion-Pios in the original one. And there's a Jaeger squad. He's really sick of this Jeep already. He's probably going to get the Panzer Shrek, I would imagine. Have to wait and see. Losing the bike early was not good for Izzy. It's really limited his capping potential, but that's the power of the Jeep. And it's just a really nifty strategy to go armor on the Jeep.
ISC's been upgraded.
Oh, we've gone for the ISC, the Infantry Support Center. And we're already going munition surplus, giving cooldown abilities on infantry weapons and cooldown upgrades by 50% there. So decreasing the costs and decreasing the cooldown. Interesting. Wonder what he's going to do with that. Get something. Any ideas in chat why he's going for that? He gets to heavy cover, but I tell you, that's not the best positioning for Caosak. Maybe he's got backup coming, perhaps not. For Pour It On Them, that's what I was thinking, Zany. Pour It On Them is a very underutilized ability. I remember it from the beta, and it was really powerful. And there's the bar pop in the heat of combat, but he couldn't quite pull it off. There's some CoH1 vintage, really. CoH1 was all about pulling off the perfect bar pop as rifles in the... And you just get it in heat of combat. Sometimes it hit just right. But unfortunately, he was a little bit late there. Didn't quite get the timing. Unfortunately for him. What else is going on? The scouts are just dominating. The Jeep's capping the fuel. Isildur's just really not got it going in this game, it seems. Surely he's got manpower in the bag. There's the captain. With the LMG waiting for him. What an upset so far this has been.
Sector lost. No contact.
Enemy infantry! Fire at will! We took it! QM's gonna give us help then!
Defend our victory point. We're losing it. The enemy is moving on our strategic point.
Riflemen are going to polish up the rest of Isildur's territorial possessions.
They captured a victory point.
Jeep, don't forget, can self-repair for 50 munitions. Maybe he'll do that right now, actually. That's BM. Look how close he is to Isildur's front lines. Self-repairing there.
Give the order, sir.
These, oh, they're upgrading their second Browning automatic there. Just check out this decked-out squad. They're packing so much heat now.
Sector gone. We must take it back.
That means they're spotted by the Jeep, I believe. Possibly.
Damn it! Someone get us out of here! Recon, sir? Christ, don't they ever run out of ammo?
The Jaeger's just aren't effective against heavy cover like this, and the MG really can't help out as well. I really think Isildur would be good if he could perhaps go for the verbally Vindy. And yes, it is indeed here. Herr verbally Vind is on the field. And so this will be a power spike that Isildur desperately needs. That's right, Apple Smoothie. Everyone not named Curly Whirly? Zany Zap? Sir Sadik, please leave the room right now. Because we've got... oh, he's got applique arm. It's camouflaged. Oh, he's got a wood stuck in the track, so that won't help. He needs a big toothpick. The Jeep can sense him. Can sense he's coming. He's not going to stick around for very long, I feel.
One of our sectors is now in it. We've been
And
granted
the balls have been pushed away there. Accelerated vehicle production has been granted, however. giving him much faster vehicle production. I don't know which one it is.
We've lost a
Fast deploy, there you go.
enemy movement near a victory point.
There you go. Underutilized commander, to be honest. It is very
The enemy is
powerful.
stealing our munitions point.
But relative to airborne, it's underutilized at least.
Enemy forces are converging on a fuel point. They've taken our victory point.
Look, boys, fresh boots. I tell you what, that scout needs more than fresh boots. He needs,
Enemy activity near our
he
munitions
needs some
point.
comrades. He's only got one guy. Yeah, there we go. He halts on the edge.
Chaffee light tank is accounted
And
for.
we're going for a Shaffy next. Can the Shaffy counter Herr Verbal? Oh, we can with that first hit. Do we have 18-8? No, we don't. All eyes on the Shaffy. Get in there.
Our line is collapsing. Enemy taking our points.
Oh, Verbalvin's backing up into the castle. That's bad. Let's look at the health bar. There's not much left. He smokes out with the Jaegers. Can he keep it alive? It doesn't look likely. Attacks ground through the fog. Misses, however. Can he keep up the assault? It looks likely. He needs to get on there. Pathing error. Isildur Baxens. No, he's all right. Dodges yet another shot. Here comes Jaegers with the Panzerschrecks. Can they save the day? Salvo coming in. Oh, but he loses the Verbalwind. Oh, Shrek hits, but it's not enough. The Shaffy's going to get out of there. Oof, indeed. Here come the rifles and the scouts to lead the way. Jaegers, watch on. As the Jeep could be a casualty. Panzer Pioneers, or Falchion Pioneers rather, couldn't quite get the kill. There's too many Pioneers in this game.
We're losing a fuel point.
Oh, look at the smoke. It's like Thomas the Bloody Tank Engine leaving little puffs of smoke as he goes. Look at that. I've never seen that go before. Cute. Very cute.
Buzzsaw's got us in its fucking sights!
Engineers on the field.
Right, Engie's out to start repairing some of these vehicles. That's not a bad idea, but I'm pretty sure the armoured headquarters can repair on this, if that's what you go. Or do you need a different... No, he's got infantry, sorry. There's like an armoured headquarters upgrade, I'm pretty sure. Right. Okay. Here we go. We've got another verbal win. Is this one going to be the verbal win? Let's see.
We've taken them down to 300 points, Commander.
I know, Apple Smoothie. I know those chats cheering for Caosak right now. But I've got some news for you. He's up against one of the greatest co-players of all time. And although he's not looked particularly impressive quite yet, he may be gathering his strength. Oh, the trail of blood! As this eviscerated six-man squad somehow makes it back home. Meanwhile, this legendary Jeep is still capping up the map. Here comes Isildur's army. He's got a really strong contingent now.
Crates of grenades are on their way to us.
As the Jeep spotting things in stationary mode. There's that Vet 2 Shaffy. Started at Vet 1 to be fair, but look at the pen! Look at the pen, everybody! Gives better accuracy and rate of fire at Vet 2, so these shots are not going to miss anymore.
Taking hits!
That's a lot of Jaegers, and they're hunting for blood.
We've got 'em.
Meanwhile, Riflemen trying to push out. I just heard that we have 18 nades upgraded, sticky bombs, and frag grenades. This crater's smouldering. It's quite nice, actually. Let's just get a zoom on that. That's some good stuff. I'm not impressed with the craters in CoH3, but I'm impressed with a lot of the other stuff. Looks pretty nice. Relic giveth, relic taketh away as the bars hunt down the HMG. Can they get some lucky pops? It looks likely. I think they might get this. I'm worried for Isildur, but here comes Herr Verbally Vindi. Oh, and he's going to shred. Maybe it's 2 18-8s. There's one. There's two. Crew shock. Engine damage. He's a sitting duck out there. How do we have the Shaffy? Shaffy the Chad comes in. Ooh, some serious chafing on the side of this Verbalwind. Let's get a cinematic as we go in. Oh dear, oh dear. Not looking good for him. That's going to die, surely. Oh, there it is. And the Chaffee emerges victorious past the fallen Verbal-Wind. Teaching all of us the counter to Verbal-Wind spam. Thank you, Caosak. I'm seeing why you're number 1 and 2 on the ladder now. You're finding the counters to all the forum warriors. Wah. The game's just Verbal-Wind spam. Wah. Well, that's why we pay. That's right, pay for the top players to play each other in the Master League. Exclamation mark Patreon in chat, $10 a month. We do what the developers and publishers currently aren't doing, which is push the envelope of competitive play and try our very best. Indeed, Curly took the telephone pole with him. Right then.
Squad and bar, ready.
One of our strategic points is under attack.
Right, M1's been found out here. This could be Isildur rocketing back into the game.
They're tearing through.
Victory point is
Thanks,
under
Gary.
enemy control now.
Jaeger's hunting. Where's this bar blob? He needs it sooner rather than later. Mind you, he'll be able to recruit, but the Shreks could destroy. Let's see the killing power of the Shreks on the weapon. He needs to do it sooner rather than later. He's recruiting it! That's the wrong call, Isildur! Oh dear, oh dear. He's never going to get away. Oh, he's smoking. That's clever. Okay, maybe he's cleverer than me.
We have a surplus
Fair
of
enough. It's a tough ask. They're not going to get away with this. I'd just run away, guys.
We're losing it.
Yep. Do the Macarena. Why did he do the Macarena before he runs away? He's dead
Fuel
now.
point is being lost.
Hey, you're dead.
Victory point now under enemy control.
I tried to steal an M1 on the beach, then I got shot by a ball blob. Now I'm gonna go and die over
Destroy
here.
tactics available. Vehicle crews
Hey,
prepared to advance.
Jaegers. Yeah, the plays have been weird, Curly. I don't think he's psychologically
sector's been
in
overrun.
CoH3 at the moment. I gave him number 1 seed out of respect for his incredible accomplishments over the last 3 years. He's been the best player in the world, bar none. So if anybody doubts why he should be number 1 seed, I mean, it's just kind of tradition to give the last tournament winner number 1 seed, to be honest.
We've lost the territory sector.
But, yeah. I don't control Twitch's ads, by the way, guys. I don't know what's gone wrong with the ads over the last 2 or 3 years. Last year, really, isn't it? They've gone crazy on advertisement. I don't elect for any extra advertisement. That's all I can say. I've never seen The Mandalorian, Dane. I never plan on watching The Mandalorian. I've heard it's good. It's got a tiny little Imperial Dane in there with pointy ears.
Point side.
Baby Dane.
Down.
Well, it's a money-making scheme, clearly. Twitch is a business, I guess. They must have been making a huge loss for the first 10 years, and now they want to make their money back, I guess. It's 5 rifles and a captain that's still alive, by the way. So this is a very infantry-heavy build. He's also got munition supplies as well. And he's really starting to get the armor abilities in now. Wonder what he's going to do next. Let's check out his positionings on the tactical map. See that this captain's just chilling out in the garrison with massive lines of sight. See that the Chaffee's ready to strike, as is the M1AT gun. Bar's pushed away by Jaeger Blob in the south, but that means Izzy's nowhere else on the field. So these guys are going to push in now. Oh, yes, they are. That's just good game sense by Caosak. Very good game sense. You see Blob, you push elsewhere. That's good co-play. Really good co-play. Pushing the sport weapons off now. Indeed, they do. Meanwhile, another MG's been flanked. Yeah, exactly, Curly. It's only through watching these great players over the years I'm actually able to catch some of this stuff. Because, to be honest, oh my god! Happy 4th of July! Daddy, I don't like these fireworks. Tell you what, there could be a kill on retreat incoming.
Enemy contact. Infantry
Could be a kill on retreat. I'm thinking grenade, maybe. No? Doesn't fancy the timings. He's not used to it quite yet. Could just get it with pure bar aggression. Oh! One more shot! And that's one dead Jaeger. Oh! wiggling his feet there. Tickling him. Shame the mortar. Weird flex. Okay.
Time to harass some
Meanwhile,
crowds,
the
boys.
Jeep's still capping and having fun. So many great games to watch today. I'm going to cast all tomorrow, by the way, if you're wondering, because this tournament has so many games available because of the tiered structure. Players have to keep fighting for their right to survive, but we offer more money than we did before.
Enemy movement near a victory
dear.
point.
Yep, here come the Fortune Pioneers to help out and save the day, possibly.
They have 200 points remaining.
But I'm just not enjoying. I don't
Enemy
think
activity near
Isildur's in a
ammunition
good
point.
position at this point. What's he going for now?
Victory
Panzer
point
IV. He's
has
got the
fallen into
Panzer
enemy
IV.
control.
It's late, but he's got it at least. And he's up against the Chaffee. How close? Ah, I think it'll be a Sherman
The
Easy 8
sector's been
possibly.
overrun.
He wants
It's
8
theirs
command
now.
points to go there. War machine, manpower costs from all vehicles. We don't have a tank depot though, so that indicates to me Easy 8 Sherman spam incoming.
They're saying hi, boys.
Here comes the Panzer IV. Not the great first deployment. Oh, a terrible first deployment. Oh, God. He's lost so much timing there. That is awful in this level of play, guys. Fortunately, the Pioneer's close. But you want your first medium tank to have a great, you know, first minute on the field. Seconds matter at the elite level. And he just rolled his first medium tank onto a
Sector
mine.
gone. We must take it back.
Scouts could die. Oh, Isildur's thrown in the towel. He doesn't like his position. He's thrown in the towel. And he's having a really torrid time. One of the greatest players in CoH history has found that the new crop of blood have been playing CoH3 a lot more than him. And his old skills aren't necessarily transitioning. So, unfortunately for him, Caosak does go on to win Game 2 as well. It is a bigger game, Game 2, but I have to get onto other series. I just thought I'd capture this for you at least, which is the downfall of Isildur as he loses his first series in Company of Heroes 3 to Caosak from Denmark. So, without further ado, let's go over to the brackets and show that Caosak went through against Elpern. And I can confirm... Oh my god, Isildur's lost to Demare as well. Meaning Demare is through against Barton next Saturday. And Isildur's all the way down here versus Bulat. Will he... Again... will he... You know, again, rise up? I predict he will. You don't get as good as Isildur got with the Master League's previous tournaments and the World Championships he won, etc., without being one of the best players ever. But he needs to learn to... Anybody know what Isildur needs to learn to do? Anybody in chat? What's the word we're looking for? Give me an A. Accept defeat. Not cope. It's not cope. It's not care. Play good. Curly Whirly. Yeah. He needs to learn to play good again. No, adapt. Thank you, Dazra. Bloody hell. He needs to learn to adapt. He's one of the best players ever. The Mechanical Nightmare, Isildur, got to such a high level in Company of Heroes. But he was a well-oiled machine. He was a performance engine. He's like Barcelona, tiki-taka. And he's now coming up against Stoke City Football Club on a rainy Wednesday night because the game state is messy. Barton, you need to coach him. Barton's perfect. He's always been learned to play Barton. I'll say there's a big Polish dude called Barton who's going to coach you from now on. And so yeah, thanks Barton. You're now Isildur's coach. You're going to give him a rocky training montage to get him back to full fighting fitness. Oh god, this is some funny stuff. I'm having a good laugh anyway. I hope you guys are too. Yeah. Wow, thanks, Mr. I had to do it. You had to do it. We're getting tasty num-nums. Let's go. Thanks, guys. Cheers for the love.
Tasty num-nums.
And if anybody wants to tip the admins, any PayPal things I get, I'll buy the admins a beer. I probably will buy them a beer anyway. They've done a bloody good job today, and I know they've been up against it. They really have, because some of the players tried to forfeit and all sorts at various points in time. But thanks to Mr. Hi-Hat to do it. He's just bought us all a beer, and I'll make sure that's distributed. Firehawk, Ed 80 Hertz, Shroomsy, Zoo Cougar, and Pinch Penny. Thank you, I had to do it. Cheers for that. Wow, Barton, I'll definitely catch that tomorrow. So if you want to tune in tomorrow about 11 AM GMT, I'll catch your game against Stuve. 1K viewers again as well. Everybody say hello to the newbies that are all here. If you're watching, let's do a poll. Let's do a demographic poll. Okay, we're doing a poll. Are you Tawny viewer shit, how do I do this poll? Are you a alright. Tawny viewer always. Tawny viewer returning. Brand new. There we go. That's what I want to hear, guys. So, my poll, are you? I want to have a demographic test. Are you a Tawny viewer always, like you never lapsed, you've just been watching these events for years? Are you a Tawny viewer returning, like you've come back for CoH3? Or are you brand new? Because I want to get the pitch right if I'm explaining concepts and explaining things. Because if you're brand new, I'm going to have to explain where we're at. So there's a lot of people returning to CoH for the first time. I did notice Master League and stuff viewership was at like 400, 300 during Grand Finals. So I predict we'll be back up to 2,000. Yeah, well, thanks for the raid, everybody. And welcome, Helping Hands. Helping Hands making use of becoming a Patreon. $10 only. And he can stream his tournament games. So I really hope you guys too, because I have a track record of every penny ever donated to my tournaments, except for some hardware bought from GCS1 in 2017. But every other penny has gone to players' pockets. GCS1 was a live tourney, so there was things due to that. So every internet tournament I've ever run, every penny has gone to every player's pocket, except for the live events. I have to be truthful when I'm super transparent. So every penny that's gone on the Master League Patreon, every penny has gone to prize pools. Every single damn one. We've not even played for Nitro for the Discord server we have. It's been true non-profit community endeavor. So if you want to be a $10 Patreon, I guarantee you one thing. Whilst the developers and the publisher and sponsors are like not interested in making CoH3 a competitive game, we'll make it one anyway. And we just do it because it's fun. We don't care how messy it is, how bugged it is, how stupid it is. We love it. And we make players play, and we have some good fun. So yeah, if you can afford it, $10 a month, it's way better than a subscription to other stuff, because this actually pays for something very unique and bespoke. You won't get a similar, like, White Flash Reborn's been making maps since 2008 or something. I've been making tournaments since 2011, 12. You won't get this level of experience for this small amount of cost as in a community such as ours. It was not the last match for today either. We've got another best of 3, and it's Ashablois versus Orange Pest. So I've got the first 2 replays that have come in for that. I'm really excited to bring them to you. I can see the games are reasonably long. They're not mega long slugfests like we've had before, but they are interestingly long. So we're going to get into them next. Orange Pest, yes, indeed, has been one of the best players so far. He's been absolutely awesome. How did Helping Hands' games go? Okay. Yeah, if you're a patron, you can download the replays. One of the best perks of being the patrons is you basically pay for the content. So if you want casters to cast it that aren't me, you can go in and give them the replays. That's how this works. You fund the content, so you have first dibs on it. I organise the content. The only reason I do it is so I've got stuff to cast. So that's the primary driver. Second and joint primary driver is your money. You get to fund the events, and you also get access to the replays. You get access to player chat. You get access to interviews before anybody else. You get to decide and vote on all the terms, conditions, the rules, the maps. There's loads of stuff, basically. There's loads of replays not cast. Tomorrow I'm going to cast Bo3 versus Stu, for an example. And I'm going to go through the brackets and pick out the spiciest games. And talking of spicy games, let's check out the brackets right now. We've got Caosak Alpern, which is going to be a really cool semi-final next Saturday. I can't wait to watch that. Wait! That's today! Caosak Alpern is today. I'm casting Ashablois Orange Pest in about 5 minutes. I can't wait to do that. Demer's beaten Isildur 2-0. Absolutely smashed him. So Isildur's clearly feeling very negative about CoH3 at the moment, in my opinion. Not to take away from Demer, who's going up in the ranks really quickly, having practiced in auto match loads. One of the top CoH1 players, by the way. He had a bit of an unstable time with CoH3 at the start, but he's really starting to prove himself now. We'll have to wait and see how he does versus Bo3, who has come up from the gold tier. Angry Dutchman has defended his rank very well. He's looking to get into the top 8 next tournament, which will be in about 3 or 4 weeks. So, yep, Angry Dutchman's doing really well. Theo and Ferrigi are still battling, it seems. Stuve and Inka was a bit late. They had a funny miscommunication. One was messaging one in Steam, and the other was messaging the other in Discord. And I had to talk to both of them and get them to play. But they're gentlemen. They're going to play. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, some of the stuff you have to do as an organizer is sometimes a bit tricky. But big shout out to the admins. They're all cracking people. GB Pirate, Stern Panther, Sidewinder, Rachel, all those guys. They've done a great job today in very strange circumstances. Sareva is now up, having beaten Tobis. Helping Hands and Happy Cat still ongoing. They've fought a lot of the time in the past. Got Momo Hulk Smash. Momo's smashed it today. He's already back up to Challenger tier after dropping down earlier. So he's done a U shape. I wonder if his ELO is pretty much the same. Yeah, he's on the same ELO as what he started, 1398, because he lost one and won one. Okay. And that's it. The exciting things I can see. Hulk Smash is down after losing to Momo, but he did well to beat Captain Link. Yeah, good stuff. And there's Nagano in chat. I still owed Nagano $1,500 from the World Championships last year, but we're still waiting for PayPal or an alternative method. I think last time Nagano was training pigeons to fly over the North Sea, and unfortunately he wasn't getting many back. So, yes. Right then. Oh, my neck. Effing chat for A's neck. I'm becoming more and more. What's the politically correct term recently? Not abled. Nagano, I don't think has CoH3 because of restrictions on Steam, etc. Or maybe just doesn't like CoH3. It's one or the other. Right then. Thanks for all the follows, guys. I'm going to be back in a second. Big shout out to Vulcan. I would like to cast with people like Vulcan. God International was somebody else that recommended themselves. Well, I actually asked him. But I'm doing something weird with the replay files at the moment, so it's a little bit tricky. But I was going to think about asking Vulcan. He'd be good. We'll have to get it together one day, mate, and do like a joint YouTube cast or something. It'd be good for your historical insight and my insight on how CoH's played at the highest levels in tournaments and stuff. We could get it mixed up. So, yeah, let me just get these replays now and get this trainer working. Temp 5. Let's rename Temp 5 to be dog with with a G-Dog 2. Let's call it that. Drag that to playback. Go into my launch settings. This is fun. I'm having fun. Are you guys having fun? There we go. Okay, I think that'll work. Yes, Imperial Day is very difficult. Yeah, Tightrope's good for that. Kaylee Thunder Bunny. Tightrope is a good channel for teaching you the mechanics. Always recommend him. Okay, let me do my little thingy-my-bobbies here. Right. List. We've got orange pest. Okay. So, player left is orange pest. Imagine in esports where you have people doing this kind of stuff for you. Must be a dream. Okay, score left 0, score right 0. That's all working. Okay, then. I'm so excited to cast this. I'm so excited. I'm going to drink a beer. And, by the way, everyone go and check out Imperial Dane's YouTube. He's cast more games of Company Heroes than anybody else ever. And if you're brand new to Company Heroes, you might want to watch the propaganda cast. But I will ask Imperial Dane one thing. Please speak more slowly, because over the last 10 years of watching you, you've gone 2 times faster, incrementally. So just go a bit slower for the new people. That's all I ask, please. Have mercy, Dane! Have mercy! Hans doesn't tend to win tournaments anymore. He tries very hard, and he's currently trying very hard in the second tier. He may be going to the top 8 for the next tournament in a few weeks, in 3 or 4 weeks' time. You can't slow Dane down. He's impossible. He's a force of nature. An absolute institution and force of nature. Right, I'm ready. I'm back in a second. Hang on. I mistimed that. Sorry, guys. This B is very important to me. I know that would have been so swish if I went straight into the game, but we've got to have a beer now. We've had a Red Bull. We're now moving on to a different performance-enhancing fluid. Okay. Right. I'm ready for... It is, Nick. It is. Right then. I made a super janky stinger this morning. It looks like this.
On the field and ready for your
Hello there. Let there be light and let there be Orange Pest. He's playing as the Brits. This is a best of 3 semi-final in the very first tournament for Company of Heroes 3. It's the Master League. We're back, baby. We got loads of viewers live in stream, probably like 1,000 plus. And we're watching Orange Pest, who, by the way, played some awesome non-meta strategies early today. If you didn't catch them live, go watch them on YouTube because... yeah, he played, basically, I'll spoil it. He played with Caro Amato, Stug spam into Semavente. Do you like Stugs? Do you like Semaventes? Do you like Caro Amato light tanks? Well, Orange Pest did all of that earlier. But this time, as you can see here, he is the Brits and he's up against Asher. in brackets, Ray. He wants to be called Ray. I said, Asher, come on, everybody knows you as Ashablois. You can't change your name. He said everybody keeps mispronouncing it. Well, I try my best. It's Ashablois or Ray, whatever he wants to be called. He's the best Korean player in the world, or in Korea. And he's playing as the mighty Wehrmacht. He's got Falchion Pioneers falling down from the sky above. Where's this one going to land? Ooh, it looks like it's going to be here. I'm in the trees. It's coming. Is it? There they are. Let's do a cinematic. Oh, nice landings. Lovely, lovely stuff. How beautiful. Not beautiful if you're suffering an auto match to the, of course, verbal Wind spam. But I can assure you that the tournament took a necessary decision to ban the Flak 38 emplacement. Because it is bugged, and Relic will be fixing it very soon.
Is ready for battle.
Infantry section's coming out. This guy's got a pistol. Looks to me like is it a Webley revolver? I'm going to guess Webley revolver. What is it, guys? Who's got the most eagle eyes amongst you? He walks a bit. What? Yeah, it's in a Webley. I've got Imperial Dane as my co-caster in chat, which is such an honour. Absolute honour. Big thanks to the raid, Alpern. I don't know the result of your game, but I can't wait to check the brackets later. I hope you won. And this is Ashablois versus the mighty, mighty Orange Pest. Ashablois in red as the Wehrmacht. He's currently looking for some heavy cover. What else have we got going on? We're going to have some reinforcements arriving, but the Royal Engineers have spotted where the landing zone is. Let's see how green that would be. Oh, accidentally pressed home there. Interestingly, home takes you to the headquarters. The headquarters building is home. So that's a new one I've just learned. So press home to go to headquarters. This is not Tightrope you're watching. This is indeed AE. But I'm teaching you things. I'm teaching you things, guys. I mean, I like that because I used to press double tap F1 to go to headquarters. So now I press home, which is all the way on the other side of the keyboard. So, nice one. Here we go. We've got an upgraded Donut of Terror. If you see what I mean, he's got it on his back and he's not pumping pesticide. He's pumping an inferno into your face. Falchion Pioneers hide behind a shrubbery. Meanwhile, in the north, looks like these Falchions and those Falchions of this Falchion spam strategy are going to have to try and protect the cut-off. They're going to advance upon it. They've got heavy cover to get behind, but Flames are OP in CoH3. Please don't start getting Relic to nerf everything. Just make it cost more. I beg you, Forum Warriors. I beg you. I don't want a nerfed game. I want a powerful game with fun abilities that kill everything.
An infantry section is present and accounted for.
I always think the commander for Brits is saying something has just died, so he sounds so forlorn. What I wanted to check is how green that is without...
The enemy has our
Yeah, that's pretty bloody green. I basically tweaked the reshade this morning to look more natural and more like the game. I think I did a good job. Big shout out to Jibber for popularising reshade in the first place, however. Oh, that's a spicy meatball! Oh, that could have been worse. Still could be pretty bad, to be honest. I'm surprised they're not getting focus fired. Sniper opens up. Control group won that, baby. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. Oh, I'm technically the enemy. I can't. Okay. Oh, no. No, I can't. That's a shame. Yeah. That's it, Curly Whirly. They're just so negative, the commander is. It's not that bad. It's just a victory point. That happens all the time. Sniper's already got 3 infantry kills. He's all gillied up and he's ready to F stuff up. Highly professional of me, but for some reason the bloody things have reignited. The event queues have come back on. And I really think it ruins the ambiance of the cast. As does the UI magically hiding itself.
We have reserves of infantry available to bolster our ranks, Commander.
I will fix that in a second. I know what's happened, guys.
We're
I
losing
know
a
what's
victory
happened.
point to
This seems
enemy
like a
action.
lull in activity, a lull in fighting. Someone cover for me whilst I fix everything.
Victory point under enemy control.
Got your rifle? Rounds? Come on then.
Great cover, guys. I think we're there. Fantastic. I don't know how that even happened. Ash is going for a broad push. Thank you, Dane. He seems to be, but I think he's going for a manpower devastation strike. How did that shot miss? There it is. Thought that was the G43. Does he have a G43 in this game? Let's double check. Might just be a mouse. No, it's G43, isn't it? Yeah. Meanwhile, here comes the Royal Engineers with Tommy support. They just popped the boys anti-tank rifle package, one of the most popular upgrades in CoH3.
Starting research on a
It's always a G43, isn't it, Dane? I swear more snipers probably use the Mauser, though. The Car 98K with a scope on it, probably. Just not interesting enough, apparently. They're pushing forward. The sniper's got to back up.
training center operational.
One for the training centre yet again.
Lines been cut.
For Orange Pest. Sniper's going to back up and fire once more. Ashablois showing real tournament prowess here. These are one of the most synonymous tournament abilities. Meanwhile, Royal Engineer versus Felshams. Oh, the Felshams back out. 2 men got pushed away by 1 there. Sniper's staying active. He's got 7 infantry kills now. That was a miss. Just 7 still.
A victory point is being overrun.
Victory points pushing. Alpern's checking the brackets to see if they've upgraded. I don't know if that means he's won or not. I don't know. Just tell me if you won or not, Alpern. It's okay.
Victory point belongs to the enemy.
Victory point belongs to the enemy, allegedly. The sniper's pushing up with Felsham Jaeger's spotting for him. Will he get a shot here? Will he shoot? Oh, he couldn't quite squeeze the trigger in time. Meanwhile, look at this Royal Engineer section. He's going rock climbing. They are going rock climbing. This is incredible. They're going exploring. Wow. We have to capture this moment. Okay, maybe not. Okay. All right, guys. Don't be shy. They're going to try and flank the sniper, is what they're really doing. The sniper, who, by the way, is going the wrong way right now. The Royal Engineers could pull this off. This could be awesome from Orange Pest. Oh, no. The sniper spotted them. Oh, the flank's been thwarted. Oh, and here comes Herr Verbally Vindy. The Destroyer. The Eviscerator. Sniper backs away to get a clean shot off. Might be able to polish it off. No, he can't. Meanwhile, in the centre, the boys are back in town. Got a Jaeger ready to stop any possible Humber, but there's no vehicle on the field for Orange Pest at this point. That guy was temporarily on fire. He's on fire again. He's really not enjoying himself. Boys hit the verbal wind. Meanwhile, in the centre, Felsham Pioneers push in. Looking to possibly get a squad wipe off on retreat, perhaps. I'm really feeling that Asher might win this, to be honest. He's in a really strong position. His sniper's doing work. Absolute work.
Victory point lost.
Back in base, the Royal Engineers re-emerge and have found that their territory sectors have been cut off. Let's check out the tactical map. See that everything's been pushed away, but it's not been the best start, has it really, for Orange Pest? Just the snipers put a thorn in his side, and Orange Pest is well known for hating snipers. He really does hate the buggers. Actually, FGC Apollo, it's spelled tacticular, like testicular. You need to brush up on your AE-isms.
All nearby infantry will be reinforced, Commander.
Dr. Keku MD, are you really a doctor? Because you've just said he has to accept the bleed. That's never been said ever in elite level tournament play. You cannot accept manpower bleed. It's like, bro, just accept the bleed. You can't accept the bleed. You have to stop bleeding. You have to apply a tourniquet. You can't be a doctor. Oh, Elpin says they can't MP bleed, possibly due to the volunteer infantry, meaning 25% reinforcement cost, but I think the sniper might put that to test, Alpin. Let's wait and see.
We're losing a victory point to enemy action.
Oh, dear. Oh, Herr Verbally Wind. Still having a good time, but the boys are pushing him back. Sniper's Vet 2 now. What does that give him? Tier 2 description, everybody. He gets a Tier 2 description. Oh my god! We're done for. We're done diddly done for. I can't believe it. It's gonna be huge. Oh, I'll tell you what, this verbal vins, they've not had the best day ever. 4 infantry kills only. Brits are the antidote for verbal vin spam, it would seem. Or, if you're Caosak, you just get the chaffee. Basically, this tournament is teaching me that verbal vin spam isn't as OP as the forums would imply. It is powerful. But not everything in the world has to be nerfed. Sometimes buff counters. I would increase the price of it, and I would stop the bloody Jaegers coming with it, maybe. But, yeah. Possibly Alpern, yeah. But I'm just saying, don't nerf everything, please. I like the game when it's powerful and exciting. Not everything needs a nerf. You can increase the price, increase the timing, increase the power of a counter. You know, in CoH3, they just started nerfing everything all of the time. And personally, I found the game got more boring.
Sappers back to full numbers.
No, Nubiist. No. You can increase the price of it or increase the counter. There's 3 ways to balance a game. You don't have to nerf everything.
We're losing a victory point.
Trust me. Just trust me, please. I'm begging you.
Artillery barrage.
We've got an artillery barrage ready to fire. Does he feel lucky? This is the base. No, it's not. It's a fake. It's a fake artillery barrage. Void's Blob goes in. Side hits. Big ones. Snipers up to Veterancy 3, non-described. Sections are very powerful, yes, and the Veterancy 1 ability, which is actually described here as units harder to hit, means they're basically like they ignore cover basically. Yeah, retreats. Retreat is unlike CoH2 and CoH1 retreat, where it's accuracy modifiers. In CoH2, there's a damage modifier as well, which really makes things ultra survivable, in addition to the stuff that Alpern is referring to. But you can't deny how fun the game is, so let's just balance things slowly but surely. And as AE is trying to imply, we don't have to nerf everything.
Withholding reinforcements, Commander. Victory point belongs
that
to
was
the enemy.
we got the off-math
Frontline sectors are ready to be barraged at the first
was this
sign of
Falchion Jaegers
victory
this time?
point
Could be.
under enemy control.
Who's dropping from the sky? Yes. These are proper ones this time, lads. Proper ones.
Commander, we have artillery on standby.
Do they have the FG-42 in this game? Yes, I think they do, you know. One of the best guns ever made. It's still very highly thought of, not even by Verabus, by just people that like military hardware. Oh, and there's that sound profile of it. Terrifying weapon. It recoils into your shoulder, not up, not down, not left or right, but into your shoulder. Fantastic piece of engineering, really. And it fires a full Mauser cartridge. It's a fantastic piece of engineering. Just listen to the sound of it. Thanks to Relic, they've redone the sound profiles and things pop now. Boys pushing in. Maybe Alpern was right. Ooh, we've lost a squad somewhere, by the way. Maybe it was on screen, maybe I'm just stupid. Could be, it's possible. I've cast all day today, didn't sleep at all last night. Red Bull and beer combination trying to stop my boot my heart. We'll see if that happens. Right. Crusaders gone north.
A victory point is being overrun.
Looking for an option. Falchion Pioneers survey the situation. In the south, Sniper continues to open up. He's got 22 infantry kills now. He's paid for himself two times over, most likely. I'll probably have to redo the MP maths for a new game. Used to be about 13 kills to pay for yourself. We'll see what it is in this game. Jaeger's pushing in. Looking to get the Shrek off. And no, that's not your Russian uncle. Or a chess grandmaster from the 1970s. Vladimir Shrekov.
We're losing a munitions point.
Mines planted. I always notice, by the way, that these high-level players don't shift command away from laying a mine. And I'm like, you're the best Company Heroes players of all time. Especially players like Ashablois and Orange Pest. But they don't do some of the fundamental, like, tightrope tricks and tips and tricks kind of stuff. You know what I mean? At least it still works.
Jerry's not giving up without a fight. We're down to 300 points.
Right, 300 points remain for Mr. Pest of Sweden. Oh, he's got it. It's the GRB 39 grenade launcher. This thing's cool AF. Oh, that could be a squad wipe. Oh, it is a snipe from Mr. Verbal Vindy. Sorry, I've nuked his true name there. Oh boy, he's trying to get him back. I need to act like it. Oh, that grenade went right into the air. When's that going to come down? Now! My god, he arced that. He may die because of it. One more shot! Look at him run with that grenade launcher. Felsham Jaegers are on 7 infantry kills now. Sappers go down thanks to the sniper getting the kill there. Pile of bodies, Blair Witch Project style. Crusaders up to no kills. And no kills. Might get Shreked out of existence. What a shot by the Jaegers! Sidewinder missile style through the desert. That was awesome. That's an air-to-air missile. I know, but Sidewinder is a snake that lives in the desert. Just, you know, my metaphors kind of work sometimes. These guys watching this stream, what are they like? Falchion Pioneers looking for some kind of flank. We've got Gurkhas. Oh no, Gurkhas are available.
The enemy is pushing hard. We're down to 250 points.
Apparently. Maybe I was just wrong. Maybe I heard the wrong thing. Could have been rifle section in general. Another sniper shot there.
Territory
Not much stat flak. I need more. I really do. I've cast a lot of games today. Not running on empty yet, but I'm getting close. There's a flamethrower there, a little donut of terror on the ground if you want to pick it up.
Hold all victory points.
Looks like a deadly snail. Could this pioneer go forth and get it? Ashablois is a tac map spammer, so he is unlikely to do so. Oh, Crusader on the hunt in the north. Forcing him off. It's a bit of a stalemate at the moment. A little bit of a stalemate. Thalian, likely not, but this is only game 1 of this best of 3. I need to go for a drink with my family tonight. They did invite me out for about 6 PM.
Enemy troopers, getting keen!
Batteries are standing by to initiate perimeter monitors.
Perimeter monitor's ready to go should he want to use it.
Artillery barrage on the way.
For a base RT barrage, I believe.
Position's ours. Spark up while it's tight.
He's AT continuing to hold the line. Sniper could fall afoul. Oh god, he's walking straight into it. It stopped just in time. I don't know if that was fortune or badassery. Meanwhile, the LG-40 anti-tank gun is driving around in the centre. That's just a call-in gone wrong, I think. Crusader sees it and maybe wants to finish it off. He walks into explosions, does he? Okay, guys. Writing your own stories in chat. I like it. Crusader just pokes his nose around the side of the mosque there. Or the Casbah. What is this building? It looks like a mosque, doesn't it? We are in Tunisia, after all. We had churches and CoH3. It makes sense, right? You can work it out on the UI, Xavier. I trust you to go on a mission of detective. A detective cosplay mission. You can figure it out, I'm sure.
The enemy has control.
Ooh, big shot there from long range from the...
A mortar team is awaiting orders.
What the hell is this?
We're losing a victory
It's like a
point
bloody
to enemy
cannon
action.
from antiquity. What's going on? Should be on the side of a galleon, that should, or something. Not a galleon. You know, like a ship from the age of sail.
Commander,
Okay,
we have
Mustafa, thank you for
artillery
the
on
help there.
standby.
What would you describe it as, Mustafa?
Artillery
It's a
barrage
recoilless
on
rifle,
the way.
thank you. Interesting. Goes even more
Our
forward.
opponent is in control of all victory points.
We do have yet another ability utilised there. And Panzer IV hits the field. Rakettenwerfer's
Every
daddy.
crew are ready for orders.
Oh my. We've gone for a 6-pounder now. Another one? Oh no, he's just reinforced it, my bad. We do have the 3-inch mortar team on the field. Rarely seen in competitive play, it has to be said. Sniper now with 27 kills. It's been a little bit quiet for a while. Yes, Legendary Sage. Yes, it does. That'll be a good mine, that will. That's in a really nice position.
Repairs
I
finished.
like it. Right, repairs finished on the Crusader. Sniper just chilling in the centre, backing away from combat. Oh, LG40's caught out there. One guy pushes it, the other 3 just watch. Ooh, good grenade goes in. Ash has not seen it, he's in tap map. He saw it really late. Very late
Buckle up,
indeed.
gents. We're down to 100 points.
Look at the victory points.
Heavy machine
Ashablois, the
gun
pro
crew
control player, auto match general, just surveying the battlefield. There's that mine I said would be a good one. It may have gotten triggered thanks to the enemy, by the looks of things. Royal Engineer,
Sir, Sapper's ready.
dead!
We've lost contact
Panzer
with our
IV gets him.
sappers. Commander, we
Nice
have
use of smoke
artillery on
there.
standby.
From the mortar, I believe. Possible. Oh, okay, Mustafa, thank you. What would be the Arabic for such a building? I would like to refer to it as the correct name. Ah, yeah, I guessed it must have like a minaret, right?
75
A
points
house. I'm not
remaining,
calling it a
sir.
house. I want it to have a cool name. These are houses in Tatooine over here. We've got Tatooine.
Stuart light tanks requisitioned. Stand
Stuart
by.
light tanks requisitioned. Weird from Orange Pest. I don't know why he's going for Stuarts.
Sapper's under
Ah, Cantina. Okay,
Rolling our
makes
training.
sense. From
All
Cantina
ready.
Band, I get it. Yep, makes sense. Foch and Pyro's in peril. The Jaegers watch on. Meanwhile, in the centre, the smoke is finally wearing off. We'll have fighting there soon. Royal Engineers lucky to survive if they do indeed. They get through a light crater and survive. Yes, they do. Wirbelwind watches on. Sniper hasn't had a shot for a while, but he has indeed hit Veterancy 3.
Weapon teams have finished their training, Commander.
Manazil. Okay. There's that Veterancy Sniper just nuking everything.
Artillery barrage on the way.
We're just having smoke wars in the centre. Mortar does nothing, it seems. That is a high explosive barrage. But I don't know, he's loaded the wrong shells. Grenade in the fog! Woohoo! Look at the health damage on that. But yeah, I mean, 2 victory points are being kept for Orange Pest for now. He's halted the bleed at 60, but how long can he last for? Rototunus has devolved down into a slugfest. A true war of attrition. They should be able to, Grizzly. I think we should write a letter to Relic asking them to fix bayonets.
orders, sir.
Because this is silly. It's like some
A
weird
victory point is being
discotheque
overrun.
in Berlin in the 70s. Where you leave your keys in the bowl. And I won't digress as to what happens
Infantry
next.
section killed.
Another grenade there.
Victory
Oh,
points under
finally gets him.
enemy control.
And starts the cap once more. Nearly finishes the job on the Royal Engineers. Meanwhile, in the North, Crusader goes in and Trek helps out. We've got Tommy's pushing in. We've got the grenade. being launched into the enemy by the Volscian Pioneers, and Orange Best calls the towel. GG sees the writing on the wall. We're heading to Game 2 of this illustrious series. Whew. What a day we're having. What a day we're having. Oh my. Oh, lovely stuff. Thanks for watching Excessive Profanity of Dan Ander. He's been a great supporter of the scene over the years, giving us some big daddy hosts over the years, especially during the ESL era, I recall. 1,500 of you. Okay, what do you guys want to know? What do you guys want to know about our incredible tournament scene that's been going on since 2000 and, let's say, 8-ish, because Game Replays tournaments were a little bit small at times. We've got spreadsheets, lots of them. We've got a Patreon. Do you like it, Nana Baggins? Because some people say it's low FPS, but I tried my best. I took a 4-second thing Tightrope made me, and I made it 10 seconds. I had motion blur. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm not really into After Effects. Pepsi Cola, we're on a best of 3 right now, so how often do MLR underdogs win? Good question. Shall we investigate? Shall we investigate? To speak like Ace Ventura a little bit there. Well, let's have a look. So, underdog wins. We've got 1. The number 1 seed lost to the number 8 seed. We've got 2. The number 4 lost to the number 5. Coming here as 3 is throwing out upsets left, right, and centre. We've got everybody in the Challenger tier won their first series. But that's still to make. So the Challenger tier guys are holding strong. These are guys that are really strong in auto match, by the way. These are more of the guys that are really good in Coming Heroes 2. So basically, over the course of a season, you will see them supplanted, and the new guys will come out on top, and we're going to have some monstrous prize pools by community standards. We're going to at least say $1,000 for the winner. Sorry, let me show that on screen. We're at least going to say $1,000 for the winner of our grand final coming up in about June, July time. But right now, we're just in March, and we're with our launch cup. You asked the question, do underdogs win? Well, we've had a lot of underdog victories. Aziligath beat Markov. Markov is a big tournament player. Aziligath is a Master League admin of all things, actually. Admin for CoH3 as well. Verzelbert. Okay. Right. I'm only going to say this once. This isn't directed to you, Verzelbert. This is directed to all of you and me. Everybody in Steam forums, Discord, Twitch chat, shut the fuck up. We don't know what's powerful right now. We haven't got a clue. You don't know the question, the answer to the question you're asking. You're asking me what's OP? Is the Flak Panzer Wirbelwind OP? Not necessarily. That's the first game. I've watched 8 games today with Flak Panzer Wirbelwind. That's the first game Wehrmacht have won today on my stream. We don't know the answer to the questions. That's why we pay top players to practice and show us the answer. You've got to do that. You've got to have organised competition. Auto match is a load of crap. People don't play their strongest in auto match. You don't find out the real answers to questions. And that's why we bloody pay players to play. Pay to play. Yeah, we pay them to play. Because then they show us the true meta. You have no clue. I agree, by the way, Flak Panzer comes out too soon. But we've seen Chaffee's counter it. We've seen... what else did we see counter it? Of course, like Centaurs counter it. There's loads that will come out in the wash. Even with Relic not balancing the game. We're not even there yet. We have not solved the mess that is CoH3. So all I'll say, as I've got enough money to get on with, don't get me wrong. But if you do want to help out, there's the Patreon. $10 a month, and I will take every cent you give us, and I'll put it into prize pools, and we'll find out what the meta is. So, yeah, that's all I'm saying. You got to wait for the top players to play. Because Orange Pest came out with Dak today. He didn't even play as Wehrmacht, and he is going to play as Dak probably in Game 2. So let's see if he wins Game 2 as Dak and see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay, right. It's always good to have a good rant. It gets the juice flowing. I don't mean any of it. I'm not being mean to anybody, I hope. I just like to be a bit of a meme at times. When you've got a stream, you'll understand. You become a mini Hitler, basically. They all do it. You just have to be in control of your rise to power and stop yourself becoming an asshole. Because that is what tends to happen to streamers over time, including me. You've got a captive audience and they can't go anywhere. Well, they can switch off, I guess. Okay, there we go. So, replay commands initiated. Good. How old am I, Starfundus? Exactly 33. Damn, I've aged. People always used to say I'm like 22, but I'm literally 33. You guessed my age. Well done. Oh no, Tenchi told him. Damn. But yeah, I'm 33. I used to look younger, and then my shit happened. It's not my birthday, Alpern. Thanks, Jake Lag. Thanks so much. It means so much to me. All right, I have to be a little bit professional on stream. Co does not keep you younger. Trying to get the players that were almost forfeiting today to keep playing. I don't moisturize Pat Phoenix. I don't believe in it. I think it's a lie. I think all the cosmetics industry is largely a placebo effect. I'm going to guess. Right, let's do a poll in chat. Is big moisturize a conspiracy / placebo a real thing? That's a 2-minute poll. I should probably do a poll for who's going to win this series. Is Big Moisturize, like Big Pharma, a marketing scam? Or a conspiracy theory a real thing? Because I've got some retinol / moisturizer that my family told me I have to get. So I never used it. And then all of a sudden my mum and sister were like, oh, I can tell you've been using your moisturizer, Matt. Oh, that retinol's really getting deep in there. And I was like, yeah, I haven't been using it. So, just don't shower ever. That's correct. That's the correct thing. As a gamer, I can confirm that's the case. Oh, right. I'm getting into this game now. Don't worry. For those that don't want to listen to my bullshit. Here we go. Event queues off. What else I gotta do? Gotta change who's who. Thanks for the follows, guys. Much appreciated. Score left. Save. Close. Resume. Okay, I'm ready. I am ready to rock and roll. Yes, it is Cat Coach. Hop in. I can talk about every top-level player you can see here. Alright, I can tell you when they started and how long it took them to get good, because I've been in this scene for way too bloody long. This is the last thing I do before I start. I just wanted a little break. Oh, that's terrible. You can't see. Hang on. Right. Loveness, 2014. By 2015, he was already in Grand Finals. Devem, by 2009, he started playing Automatch. By 2010, he was already in Game Replays Grand Finals. Talisman, his first tournament was 2016, and then he won this cup in 2018. Took him 2 years to get good. Hezulin, first year of competitive activity, he won tournaments. You know what I mean? It's very, 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 very possible to get good quickly in Co. What you have to do, analyze your own replays. You have to analyze them, or in the modern day, record yourself playing and analyze it. Watch better players' replays or watch their streams and analyze what they do. And keep improving. Mechanically, assess the game and what makes you good. Tac map, control groups, all the fine mechanics of the game. And, most importantly, be resistant to bullshit. Lower your temperature. Just take into account it's just a game. Bad RNG will happen, but your strategy and tactics will mean you should win over time. So just learn good mechanics and learn a good disposition, and you can go really, really far. We're going to have some massive tournaments in the next few years. The community, as always, are the pioneers down them, and we are laying the groundwork. We're putting the bridges down for Relic and Sega and sponsors to like come trundling in with their huge heavy tanks in 2 years' time. But we're doing it right now, and in that time, you could become a top-level player. Get on the Automatch ladder, sign up for the Master League, and I'll wildcard you into the system at some point. But yeah, watching replays is number one. Anyway, janky transition into Game 2. And here we go. Good luck, have fun. They both declare, as we've got Ashablois this time as the northern player, and he's going for, that's right, the United States Army. In the southeast, we're going for a different faction altogether. It's the Deutsche Afrika Corps. Rommel's army. And, let's have some fun, eh, lads? Let's have some fun. We got DAC versus USF, a complete faction switcheroo. We're in Game 2 of our best of 3. We've got at least one more game to watch today before we resume and watch some of the lower bracket stuff tomorrow. Nubius Nath says he loves this matchup. I'm going to have to concur. It's been a hell of a joyride so far. It's Panzer Pioneers coming out first. And little BMW motorcycle drives right up. Again, ignoring Tightrope's tips and tricks. He doesn't bother about driving there, so he gets a time boost. Orange Pester's got bigger fish to fry, like laying sandbags and laying sandbags. Yeah, I use Sharpen on Reshade. Big thanks to Jibba Jabba Jabba for popularising that in our community. This is my adapted version of his preset. Pathfinders are the spam of choice, meaning he's got 4 of them because the original scout unit converts to a Pathfinder, a 3-man version. You can see him over here. He's the bottom one. Meanwhile, Panzer Pioneers cover is directional in company heroes. And the bike! That comes straight into view. He's going to push him out of cover. CoH3 strategy there from Mr. Pest, who actually played a lot of CoH3 last year to prepare for Company of Heroes 3. Fun tip for you there. He didn't exactly excel, but he certainly got competence at Company of Heroes 1. And it was all with a mind because people were hinting to him, may have been me, that, or, well, in general, that CoH3 is going to play a lot like CoH1. And I'm very glad he did play CoH1. He learnt it was full of some very interesting strategies. He didn't exactly respect it by the time he'd finished. He thought it was blob warfare. But he did learn about the strategies and the risk-reward gameplay of the tech trees and the doctrine system, now replaced by the battle group system. Ashablois, meanwhile, has embraced CoH3 full-heartedly. He's played more high-level top 10 auto-match games than any other living person in CoH3. He's absolute monster of auto-match. Number 1 on 2 ladders. He's demolishing things right now. May do Elpern, or you can if you like. But Dibsy on the Stuve Barton replays. Want to cast them tomorrow. But yeah, no, this will be my last series, I think. I've gone hard today, and I'm starting to feel the effects of it.
What's our target?
The Pioneers looking to evacuate the premises.
Out! Everybody out!
Yep, get out! You're going to have to. Apparently this bike did have a reverse gear, by the way, but I very much doubt it went that fast. The prize for this tournament is only $250 first place, but I've spread the prize pool throughout the top 16 players, basically, for the first time ever. And I'm going to up the prize pool as we progress through the season. I didn't want to start with a big prize pool in the first tournament because I was assuming there was going to be a lot of bugs. And I was not wrong. I wasn't wrong at all. Yes, Captain Tripp, Solid AP has won the award for worst... Oh my god, what a grenade! Holy crap, did you see that? There's fragmented bodies and all sorts all over the place. Meaty doghead, well commented.
Paratroopers are standing by for drop.
Yes, exactly, Authority. I agree. Thanks to the admins for helping out so much. I agree. Good shout, mate. Big shout out to White Flash Reborn in chat. We do have Crossroads as our map for next Saturday. We're going to have Crossroads, so very interesting to have that back in the tournament pool from Commanders 2 and 1. One of the most famous tournament maps of all time. Come on. What is this?
Reports of enemy movement near
You need
our
to face
victory
your gun.
point.
There you go. That's better. Low health Panzer Grenadiers there. They need to be careful. They need to be really careful. I'm even fancying the engineer to get a kill here. Yep, there you go. I tell you what, I'd stay in that. Yes, he got some more damage, but the double flamers were there. It's like a mini Gastatori. Team game players shudder in chat at the mere mention of a Gastatori. Notice they do not get played in the top level team game players because in the top level, manpower attrition is too strong because the tactics of cover and positioning are too strong. So Gastatori would get eaten alive, quite frankly. So it's all about positioning and cover as coming heroes. You can counter the high manpower units with correct positional play. Exactly, Tenshi down. Well, it's team games are different. It's much more consolidated. You can't position as well because everything's consolidated. The M16 multiple gun motor carriage, quad mount, crap mower, whatever you want to call it. It's had many names in Commanders history. It's having some fun here, but here comes the 250 with the Panzerbücher trying to take it out. 2 shots in. This is big for Orange Pest. Can he get the kill? Let's zoom out a little and take it into account. One more salvo, perhaps? No dice, and the 250's down. He rolled. 2 deaths to the squad inside. Unfortunate. Meanwhile, buddy cop comedy of the scout and engineer push on the bike. They get a kill. And there you go. The African-American influence did come into Company Heroes, and it is indeed the crew members, or the pilot rather, of the planes carrying the airborne and the various crew abilities of the airborne command. So I was wondering where the African Americans would be in Company Heroes, and there they are. Some very famous air crews were African American crewed in the Second World War. I would have really liked some on-screen African Americans though, and especially Native Americans as well. That would have been cool.
Roger that.
That would have been interesting for certain. Yeah, Red Tails, there you go. Thanks, Pepsi-Cola. Go on, 8 Rad, get in there. Push away those scouts.
Orders coming in.
Well, there's the counter. What noise that was in my right channel.
Be outside. That's enough, boys.
Bazookas on the paratrooper squad. How many bazookas do they get? Is it 3 or 2? Just the 2. It's potent enough. And here comes the 8 Rad. Looking radical. Bit of trivia for you. That radio antennae did give the crew members cancer, unfortunately for them. If they survived the desert, that is. The desert was a very harsh place to fight. A lot of these vehicles were designed for European combat and clogged up with sand. And it certainly didn't help you when the 8 Rad was beating down the equivalent of chemotherapy or x-rays or whatever it is down on your head. Not nice at all. Just a bit of dark history for you there. There's the Panzer Grenadiers push in with the Panzer Pioneer support.
We're losing.
Flammenwerth 35 burning.
They've captured a victory point.
Heading to target.
Burning the house down there. As AEX stopped working for a moment. And we're getting a sniper out of Weapon Support Center. Asher just loves to snipe. We do have more 1v1 maps, but this tournament is already messy enough with 4 brand new factions, so we just had 2 for the first day, and we'll have another map next weekend, Crossroads, a community map.
Point is under attack. We must act.
Down in the south, we've got the bike hunting. 8 Rad just backs away for now. It's only gotten 200 kills thus far.
Capture point
Meanwhile,
under attack.
the M16's got 9 and a vehicle destroy.
He needs orders.
Not bad at all.
We've lost the territory
Asher's
sector.
doing well so far. He's got decent levels of control. And the paratroopers. Did I just get a wing randomly appear across my screen?
Reports of enemy movement
it is.
near our victory
They
point.
can throw a grenade. It's a cooked one, so expect a small fuse. They don't want to stick around whilst that's happening, that's for certain. And they're reinforcing in the field of combat. That's a hot drop if I've ever seen one before. Drop it like it's white. Yep, my control groups work when I'm blue. Okay, I'll take it.
HMG team deploying. Defend our victory
Ooh, 8 Rad's
point.
thinking of
We're
pushing in
losing.
here. He's low health. He's going straight for the sniper. That's dangerous, Orange Best. What are you thinking, son? Oh dear. Oh dear. He's going to lose his 8 Rad for certain. No way he gets this. Surely. Low health on both. Who's going to win? It's an orangey battle. Orange Pest. Oh my god. The testicular fortitude of the big Swede there. Reign is supreme. He gambled and it paid off dramatically. That's huge. Absolutely huge from Yonkers there. He needed that. Well said, Dr. MD Keku.
Enemy has 300
Are you a real doctor, Dr. Keku? Because Aimstrong is a doctor these days. He's trying to train for the tournament. Oh my. Will he ever drop? He's trying to train for this tournament, working 67-hour weeks, he says.
victory point now under
So,
enemy control.
it's difficult. Will he ever drop? Let's just capture that. It's a beautiful cinematic, isn't it? Ah, he's burning alive! Oh my god! No! You bastards! No! He's still alive, god damn it! He's just stuck in gravity. Somebody play the music from a Christopher Nolan film. Dum. Oh, he's vanished now. There we go.
AT gun paradrops are available in our sector.
Transport loaded up and ready to make a pass.
They can stop us killing medics, Pepsi Cola, but they can never truly take away our war crimes. Oh, big snipe there. Does he have veterancy this time? 5 kills, and yes, he does. Wow. Harder to hit, and he gets 2 abilities, and here comes the Caro Amato looking for the sniper. He gets past the defenses. He may be dropping an AT gun. It's probably too little, too late. He's going fully in for this bad boy. Oh, it's tense. It's very tense. He's coming. Let's see the health bar. We've got 60% remaining. Karamato misses. Can he get behind the medical station? With the voice cracks engaged. He gives an XD in the field. Oh, and he gets it. Oh, the PM. He gives an XD whilst he kills it. And, oh, God. I'm not sure that's technically sporting behaviour.
Support centers taking sustained damage.
That's against paragraph 6C of Master League sporting behaviour rules. But gets it through the tent, and Karamato gets out of there. We could be heading to a deciding ace game at this rate. But Ashablois with the superior control, he's got 474 victory points. Alpern, or Invigilator for today's activities in stream, he said it qualifies for an XD. Okay. We're allowed 1 per game. It's a new abridged rule for the Master League. It is KJ. Sometimes you have to wait for the retreat to wear off, and then that 25% retreat modifier no longer exists.
No sweat.
I never saw any surrender. How can it be a war crime to you, Sue? This is very dead.
Reports of enemy movement
Very
near our
dead.
victory point.
This 8 Rad's radical at killing. That plane's a very banking angle. Bloody hell. There's no way that's a flying angle. I swear it has to be 45 degrees to maintain flight velocity and lift. There's no way that can maintain lift. I've seen that B-52 crash. There's no way there's no way there's not enough lift there, guys. That thing's coming down. I'm sorry. There's no way that can fly. It doesn't make any sense.
Enemy control now.
The propellers. It's aliens. Discovery Channel. Aliens, man. I'm telling you. Karamoto goes in again. This time we've got the M4A1 Sherman medium tank making a late war appearance in the desert. Must be 1943 by now. Karamoto goes in the second one. We've had a Browning disqualified from life there. He's got round the back. He's going to block it in. Oh my god, Orange Pest with the sick plays. Sherman, you're in a dangerous part of town. This is Little Italy. And we've got no place for you, Sherman. Get out of here. There we go. Looks like Orange Pest is thundering into Game 3, a deciding ace game, going back to Twin Beaches for a second time today.
Leave him!
Karamoto, what do I ever do to make you treat me so disrespectfully? You come here, around my base, and you kill my Sherman?
Points is being neutralized.
God damn! We're up!
Grab the spools.
Right then, Panzer Grenadiers are capping. Ashablois got a high victory point count, but his army is small right now. He's got Pathfinders with barely anything left. Paratroopers retreating into base. I think Orange Pest could have taken the healthy Karamoto into base there and could have finished things off, but
Supplies are cut off. We have holes
perhaps
in our
not.
front line.
Well, that just exploded. Oh dear. Was that an anti-tank paradrop? Did he just drop it on the wall and it exploded? Or did he get... Oh, no, he got it. Thank God for that.
Boys are eager to make their drop. Orders just came in.
Right. I can very much confirm that Ashablois is not a girl.
You need
Do not
weapons?
ever listen
We
to
need
Connie Upson
coordinates.
chat. He is,
Ready!
he's very, very young and Polish. And this stream, nie rozumiem po polsku. Oh, here we go. He's going on flank yet again on the M1s. Boy, he goes into hell and high water there and does not come out smelling of roses this time. He's got the rad as well. That can go around the back. He needs to decrew this M1. Where's the infantry support? Oh, can he get it? Yes, he can. There's one down. Here it comes, the infantry. From around the outside. Oh, but the Brownies, it's shooting upon them. It's going to suppress very soon. There's the first bout of suppression. This other AT gun's firing. The rad could die. We've got the airborne with the double bazooka. They hit, but they don't kill. And there it is. The M1's down. Orange Pest might have this. My voice is cracking, which means it's exciting. Marto takes down the Pathfinder. Ashblois got to throw in the towel. Surely he's got to tap out. If he doesn't, I may have to call it there for him.
Pathfinders, KIA.
He's reinforcing whilst all of this is going on. But what else has he got to support? Because all of this is dead. He was able to get into the light cover and kill the MG before the pin could happen. And here it comes. The Power Spike TM. The 250 light carrier with the assault grenadiers on board. Assaulting the paratroopers and devastating them on their trip back to base.
Territory is being contested.
Oh, you want me to cast your games, Elpern?
Back to full strength.
Bloody hell.
WSC is under fire.
Thanks to the admins. And train keeps rolling, apparently. We have got a third game to go today. Yeah, AT guns are a little bit weaker than CoH3, which in some ways is really cool, but in some
They
ways
pushed us
it
off
is
the sector.
bad if you're an AT gun abuser.
Paratroopers ready for action.
Enemy movement near a victory point. Hellcat has been completed.
Hellcat! Let's get some warp speed on the field. The fastest tank
Victory point
of the Second
now
World
under
War.
enemy control.
And I have had lengthy debates with people on the internet. I think anything with a gun, arm, and tracks is a tank, and I don't care what you have to say. You can call it an assault gun. You can call it a tank destroyer. You can call it
The
a
enemy holds all
casemate
victory points.
like AFV. It's a tank. They're all tanks, and I don't care. That's not true, Ritz. Thank you, Opalanka. He agrees. It's a bloody tank. You can't tell me just because the Americans had a doctrine that called it a tank destroyer, that's anything but a tank. It's a tank. A big tanky tank.
Tank destroyer, loud and clear.
Gun motor carriage, 2:05.
Skytrain boys are eager to make their drop.
Right, let's settle this once and for all. I'm doing a poll. This is going to be a contentious issue. Hellcat, tank?
We must pull this back.
Not
We're
a
down to
tank.
300 points.
Location secured. All quiet.
Very simple, 2-minute poll. Tank or not a tank?
Tails on the way.
It's a very simple poll. I don't care what you call it. Is it a tank or not a tank? I think it's a bloody tank. You know what I mean? It's a tank. I don't care if they had a doctrine that labelled it a tank destroyer. Right then, we're having more stuff drop from the sky. Ash is clinging onto dear life in this game too. I really do feel like we're heading to a game 3, but I just can't be certain at this point. You never know. Amazing things can happen in Company of Heroes. Hellcat's going for it, but it misses. The thing is, you need to go fast, but then you need to go stand still to get your shots off, because otherwise they'll miss.
Krauts are pushing
That's
us
how
back.
on-the-move
We're down to
accuracy works in Company of Heroes.
Weapon paradrops are ready to go.
These paratroopers, by the way, they've got only 3 infantry kills and 1 vehicle destroyed, but still accounts for a lot of veterancy if they can survive. Indeed, that was a great shot by the
A
Karamato.
strategic point is being claimed.
Carrot tomato, as some people call it. Hellcat looking for some action. Can't get any shots off. And look at this, he's just holding the line in the north. He's got the centre. Orange Pest looks set to win game 2 at this rate. Unfortunately for him, he's still lower on the victory point score, however.
Killed.
Engineers die. You can see the trail of blood, I believe. They, my eyes have gone tired on me, but it probably was on screen, I imagine. Karamato destroying the fuel supplies.
200 points remaining on our front line.
Right, what's the poll say? 104 say tank, 64 say not a tank. I knew I was right. I'm going to go to tank porn on Reddit and argue my case yet again. Right, Hellcat versus the Carrot Tomato.
One of our Commander, the enemy holds all victory
He's got the
points.
bazookas in place, though. He's going to hold the line. He's also got an AT gun. He's recrewed.
Enemy is winning this
And the gruesome twosome get out there. That's not his mine. He gets a damaged engine critical because that's the way you snare a tank in Company of Heroes 3. You mine things up, baby. It's a Reddit. Go check it out, Zany. It's true. It's not tanks having sex with tanks. It's just pictures of tanks. It doesn't, happy head popper. The Weimar Republic proves democracy doesn't work, but this poll is very much showing that democracy is alive and well.
Sherman tank finished and ready.
I don't have many Reddit arguments, by the way. Just one every now and again. So he's got his mobile infantry with panzer support ready to flank from the north. In the south, he's got a stolen M1AT gun, the other Carrot Tomato, and this very, very useful Panzer Jaeger squad. Cover remains strong. Bazookas could fire. We've got flame support. Here comes the light tank. Gets hit from the side from the fresh Hellcat arriving in the nick of time from the tank depot there. Oh, and one could get taken out. This could be big. There it is. It's down and out. Hellcat's got to hold the line now against these little Italian light tanks. Got the Sherman as well. Side hits. Oh, frontal penetration. There's the vertical flying plane again. Meanwhile, in the centre, we've got fierce infantry fighting. Grenades being tossed. A lot of them. Oh, it's not being seen by Asher. Splintered corpses remain. 185 points remain, but 72 remain for your man Ashablois. Orange Pest has put the hurt on him with a triple cap. There's a cheeky grenade from the Panzer Pioneers. The airborne remain in combat. Hiya, love. Just letting you know, I'm casting company heroes still. I'll call you after I've finished. I'll finish in about an hour, okay? Okay, speak to you in a bit. Bye-bye. Right then. She should watch the stream. This is very educational. 25 points left now for the guys in blue. Ashablois, the fighting Korean, as the United States. Can he win 2-0? It looks unlikely. Looks like we're heading to a deciding 8th game. Oh, a big grenade toss there. Nuclear pineapple, but no other victory points. He's sitting on this one. He's sitting on this one. And defeat jump scare. There we go. Yeah, 1,500 viewers. They all just said I have fake girlfriend. So thank you for that. Guys, I'm going to go on a couple of minutes break. I'll be back in a second. We will be back with Game 3 very shortly.
We are going to have to act if we want to live in a different world.
There is a very unstable situation on the ground that is There is a very unstable situation on the ground that is unfolding very quickly.
Are we ready for some Game 3 action in this deciding ace game? Who is going to go forward into the the final? Oh my. The final. Let's check the brackets. So someone's going to go into the final next time. We're starting off with $250, but next tournament will be a bigger prize pool. We go down all the way to 16th place in the Master League events because we're loving that community feeling. Every penny's donated by the community, so we try and spread the wealth. But yeah, we're all heading towards a huge event later this year where we're going to have at least $1,000 for the first place recipient. And this is not sponsor tourney. This is community tourney. We do things the au natural, organic way in Company of Heroes community. We don't... oh, by the way, all these formulas are broken until we have final results. They get fixed as things go on. We've got some interesting things evolving. Who won in the lower brackets? Stuve and Inca Unas. Interesting, we haven't had a result quite yet. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Let's check the results. All right, then. Let's go into the third game, shall we? Thanks for all the follows and all the subs as well. I'm going to try and reward the admins with something in either this tournament or next tournament. So maybe see if they want some kind of Steam game or something. Because it is not just a one-man wrecking ball effort, although it has been at times in the past. I always try and stop doing everything myself, and people like Stern Panther, GB Pirate, Sidewinder, Rachel, they make it a lot easier, which is really nice of them. Do a good job. Okay, so I've got the commands ready to go. It has been a very fun day. I'm glad you guys have enjoyed. Let's go check out to see if we've had any new Patreons today. I'd be very interested to see if we have. Just going over to Bloody hell, we have! Wowzer! We really have. Wow, okay. We've had loads. We've had Robin DPW, Eddie Jones, The Angry Dutchman, Colin... I won't say his full name. I shouldn't have said Eddie's. Atom. Jimmy. Momo. Echo. We've got loads of new patrons. Nice one, guys. Thank you very much. And what were other announcements really quickly? Big thanks to the players of the day, are Orange Pest and Inca Una, for their chivalry, respect and camaraderie, and... what's another word? Sportsmanship. That's the one I wanted to say. Sportsmanship. They were really good to each other earlier. They helped a lot. Had a lot of subs today. Big thanks to Mr. Ehad to do it. Mr. I had to do it, rather, for the 5 gift subs. And yeah, loving life. Loving life. Let's get on with the next... last game of today, probably. Let's see how much energy I've got. And see how long this game takes to cast. But might be the last one of today. We'll have to wait and see. In which case, I will be back tomorrow with some lower bracket games. And then next Saturday will be the finals. And likely the 3rd place, or maybe one of the best games elsewhere. Oh, I've got a call off my stepdad now. Hey up, Andy. I've got 1,500 viewers. Say hello to them.
Hello, everybody. You're doing very well. Nice to meet you. Keep viewing.
Keep viewing. Thanks, And. I think we've just retained all the viewers now for at least another 5 minutes.
Nice one. My pleasure. If I can help with the viewing, you know I'm always there for you.
Yep, you're always there for me. Does this mean you'll go in the pub?
You're going the op in. I was going to ask you, are you coming the op in? But obviously you're doing that.
Well, you know, I think this will carry on. I think a lot of these guys will be back tomorrow, and I'll be doing this on Saturday. So, yeah, I've done 6 hours now. I'll just go do one more game, and then I'll come meet you.
Okie dokie. See you later. See you guys. Viewers. Talk.
Bye-bye. There we go. So, we've got a nice drinking later. That'll be good. How did Helping Hands do, by the way? I still don't know. Did he win? Oh, my neck. My back. My back and neck. Oh, they haven't updated it yet. Ah, it's because I've only got a few guys on the... on the brackets, that's why. Loads of results have come in. Okay. I can confirm Inca Una beats Stuve. I'll update that in real time, actually. Or I'll just give any of the... If any of the admins are listening to this, I'll give you the role if you need. I didn't know you didn't have it. My bad. So, yeah, let me know. Yeah, we'll get a co-caster for this next one. Testing. Oh God. I think he's borrowed a microphone for today, just in case he was going to co-cast.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, mate.
All right.
Good
Is the
stuff.
sound quality okay?
Yeah, it's really good. You've got a good microphone. Everybody, welcome God is an Astronaut, a top-level auto match player, and he wanted to do some analysis casting after I asked him. So, welcome, dude. Glad to have you.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
What should I call you? Gia? Is that the best way to
Yeah,
say
just
it?
call me Gio. You don't need to spell out my name every time.
Okay, without further ado, guys, I know you've been waiting a while. We'll listen to this guy's thoughts in one hot moment. But let's firstly go and get into this game.
I guess I'm just going to watch your stream, right?
Yeah, it's
Or
like
you
1
want to
second
use-
behind, so just imbue
Okay.
us with your knowledge rather than talk about what's happening directly.
My
if that makes
very-
sense.
A very limited knowledge.
Hey, dude, you're a long time
The
player.
game is like 1 week old, so...
I need all the help I can get. Right, let's go.
Yep.
Hello there, and welcome to Game 3 of this Best of 3 series. We're looking at... Let's make sure the players are right. It's going to be... the players are wrong. Damn it, Asher. We're not off to a good start here, but we will be in a second. Just need to get the players in the right places. Sorry, guys. It's been a long-ass day. It's been a long day. Who wants to see that dodgy transition I made earlier? The one with a low FPS. We're going to do that. Because we want this for YouTube. We want it to look professional. Hello there, and welcome to Game 3 of this best of 3. And I've got to reveal the fog of war. I forgot something again. Bloody hell. Hang on a sec, guys. I'm at the last of my energy, the last of my reserves. I've got to...
You've been doing great, man.
I have.
Don't
I've
worry.
cast since like 2, so thank you for the kind words, but I've got to load back into the replay, unfortunately. How does this work? Okay, yeah, I've got it. Right, okay, good. I've got it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hello there, and welcome to the third game of our best of 3 series. You're like looking at Orange Pest British forces in this deciding ace game. He is versus Ashablois. That's right, it's Luftwaffles. And I have got a very interesting co-caster with me today. God is an astronaut. Gia, welcome. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, AE. Really looking forward to the game. Already really interesting with the triple engineer start.
It is interesting. I mean...
I guess he wants to like immediately attack the Luftpios right after their job.
Oh, immediately attack the Pios in general. He could get an early squad wipe there. Oh my god, the potential of these Welsh men, Gia. It's boundless.
Yeah, they're almost like Stormpios in CoH3,
Yeah, they are.
but much cheaper. So yeah, really interesting strat.
Orange Pest gave me a little bit of coaching in my first day of trying to play the game, and he just said build Royal Engineers and basically jungle on people. Go straight up to them and straight on top of them. And he's showing us exactly that here with a 3 Royal Engineer start.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't always follow Orange Best's advice, but I think in this case he might have been right.
By the looks of things, yeah, he's a little bit, let's say, a little bit kooky at times, but he often gets results, so he is worth listening to most of the time.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it makes sense in theory, because, I mean, the Pios drop, like the Luftpios, and if you immediately close them down, they can't do much, because they are pretty much purely long range, from what I understand.
Yeah, that's right. You have to be really careful about some of the profiles and the weapons in this game. They're not always typical.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Like Thomas is a great example. They are pretty much, they have like a completely flat damage curve. So closing in with them makes no sense unless you deny cover.
Interesting. Okay. And one of the most curious ones is the Panzer Grenadiers. Their Car-98Ks are close-range Car-98Ks.
Yeah, it's really unintuitive if you've known previous CoH games, because usually like German mainline infantry is always long range and the cars are always long range. But here it's different. Honestly, I'm not sure if it's perfect design, because it doesn't really make sense if some cars are close range and some are long range. I think it's a bit suboptimal.
I agree. Yeah. I think they've got to tune it. They've got to make it make more sense. But, I mean, in one word, are you kind of happy with CoH3?
I absolutely am. I think the core of the gameplay is really good. The faction design is really good. And once it gets polished, I think it will be the best CoH by far.
I completely agree. And that's why I've been raving about it. I've been catching flack. People think Relic have paid me a tenner under the desk or something, but no, I agree. The core fundamentals are fun as anything. It's so fresh and so exciting to play.
And it feels like the first CoH that has been designed from scratch.
It
by
is.
Like people who actually know CoH, who understand CoH.
I see. Yeah.
You know, like it's really obvious that there has been like a lot of thought going into this game, I feel.
Here we go. Another Royal Engineer flank, this time on the Fulsham Pioneers. Are a bit
really
more sturdy.
Nice
oh, that one had a bad retreat path, though, and the Tommies are there to get some high ground and force them off.
So far, it's been working perfectly for Orange, I think.
Yeah, it's really good map control so far. Could Orange Pest be going to the first grand final?
I'd be really happy for him. He's a great guy, I think, even though he's very driven. But that's part of what makes him such a good player.
Orange Pest is one of my favourite community members. He just is who he is. He doesn't compromise for anybody.
Exactly.
And he's got the jock humour, competitive behaviour down to a T without being obnoxious. He just is an asshole, but you never feel like he's an asshole, if that makes sense.
Yeah, he's like a measured asshole in a way that is not really unlikable.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect for playing sports, but instead he chooses to play Company Heroes, which is nice.
You gotta have priorities.
Indeed. Back to this game then. So we've got a triple Royal Engineer to triple Rifleman start. Well, let's check out the tap map and take into account, wow, Fulsham Pioneer spam. Coming from Automatch, it's definitely to be expected.
Yeah. I think Orange will be able to transition into something either like a Humber or a Crusader spam. Like I think Brits with a lot of fuel, super potent.
Look at the health damage from a boy's anti-tank gun hit. It makes sense. It's a huge bullet. But
It makes sense in real life. It doesn't make sense in code terms.
no, it really doesn't. But we have returned a little bit to that CoH3 methodology where not everything is strictly anti-tank or strictly anti-infantry. Grenade! Big one! It's not dodged! Oh, it is. It's a really slow one. Okay. Is that a satchel or something?
Yeah.
Makes more sense. There we go. Low
I've
health.
noticed that the infantry section nades are super strong. They are rifle nades, but they have like barely any minimum range, I think, and they have no timer because they're rifle nades. So yeah, they're just, I think, straight up better than regular nades. Just another reason Brits are really strong.
Infantry training is underway.
Sophia asks if I've got Dev M with me. No, I've got God is an Astronaut, famous coming here as 2-player. Remember watching this guy's casts back in 2015. Always been around the high levels. Oh, this could be a wipe!
I do want to mention, like, you calling me a top-level player is a bit of a stretch, but yeah, I appreciate it.
Dude, you were top 50 in Automatch for like 6 years. I mean,
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
stop being so bashful and modest. I remember watching you versus Jove, and Jove stealing a Stuart, and
Yeah, I mean, Jove would just bully me, honestly, but yeah.
Oh dear. Right then. Oh, where are you from, Gia? I always forget. Are you a Dutchlander as well, or
I'm German,
German? Of course, yes.
but I do have some Dutch connections. I live in the Netherlands.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Here we go. We've got the Fulsham Pioneers pushing up to the boats. Heavy cover versus light. They should win, but he's waiting for the neutralization and then gets the F out of there. Good work by Orange Pest. Meanwhile, however, Ashablois seems to have gained critical mass of capping potential there.
Yeah, but I mean, it has really, like, its map control is still really bad. So I think Orange already has enough of an advantage to be able to have, like, the medium tank way earlier.
Centaurs incoming.
Isn't it Crusaders that are
Yes, it
being
is indeed Crusader. Yes,
spammed?
Centaurs go too.
Wait,
Oh!
my
Flag
or yours?
38, you're not allowed to build them. Hopefully he knows. Maybe we'll see in the replay file Orange Pest remind him. It looks like a micromanagement error, though, to be fair.
Yeah, probably.
Of course, we've gone for the volunteer infantry for 25% better manpower reserves.
Don't ask questions. Just lay the wire. Sappers reporting.
So I'm wondering what Orange will do. I mean, he hasn't built a Humber yet, so it's probably just going to be straight up Crusader spam, I'm assuming.
Yes, it seems like that, yeah. I mean, I saw Inca use Humbers to great effect earlier, but they are fragile.
Very squishy, I think.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of the units where when you fuck up even slightly, it can cost you the game. Okay, now we have the Wirbelwind. That's surprising.
Indeed, Wirbelwind's on the field, just making his presence felt, but the boys were in position and they were ready to go.
We're losing a fuel.
Oh, I know. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to sit there. Pretty much just bleeding right now.
Indeed. Oh, there's a close battle here. I can see the Royal Engineers losing this one. Orange Pest, he's got tunnel visioned and gets out there just about. Wirbelwind finally back and ready to operate, so... And he's still early. Such an early unit, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's hope that... I mean, I'm a little bit biased toward Orange, to be honest. I shouldn't say let's hope, but yeah, I think Orange should try to just stall it and then rush for Crusader, and I think then he has a really good chance. But then again, I mean, the Shreks can pretty much fight a medium tank one-on-one. I think they are actually the biggest reason the Wirbelwind is so strong, because they protect him from, like, its natural counter.
The beggars are threatening a munitions point.
Right. Cat and Crad's gone for the munitions. We've got mines coming down on the fuel. Wirbelwind's still ready to operate, but he's only gotten one kill so far.
He's a bit
Mines are getting
passive
more
right
kills.
now.
Point is being overrun.
Yeah, really passive, isn't it?
Anti-tank crews are on standby for orders.
There's like no reason to just sit there right now. Oh, let's see.
I know, he's such a passive player. He was often a Tiger Staller in CoH3. Get the sniper, and Tiger Stall was his his methodology.
Yeah, but then again, I mean, he is an amazing player, Asha.
He's great.
He's maybe not the most entertaining player for like viewing experience, but he's incredibly solid.
He's not. I was once the only series I had to cast was a best of 5 Asher versus Brosras, and I just pretended I had a family emergency.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's true. But he's very good when it's a stylistic matchup against somebody more aggressive. Oh!
Yeah.
Talking of aggression. Oh, it's a zombie Kettenkrad. It's still alive. No, it's not. Right, okay. Boys pushing in against the flag.
I think the Wirbelwind hasn't had the effect I was expecting. Well, maybe Orange has just done really well stalling it, but I think it's mostly Asha being quite passive. I don't know.
6-pounder pushed up, but it's been caught out.
Oh, that's really offensive.
It could be bad, yeah. It could be really bad. Tommy's got a lot to do, and so do the Royal Engineers, but there's another Jaeger in the meantime. This could be Ashablois with a nice spike of aggression here. 6-pounder's got shield facing, giving it, in theory, heavy cover. Should be fine.
Ooh. Yeah, I think Orange is fine. But that was very close to being a game-losing fuck-up.
Could have been bad. Could have been very bad.
We're losing
Black
a
Panthers
fuel
ready for
point.
war again, and Ash just really started to consolidate.
Has Orange forgot to tech? Like, what is he doing? Why is he building an MG right now?
He's got platoon
We
out,
won't settle him in
and he's
no
got enough fuel for loads of things, but he was waiting to get the company command post, so he needs 60
Oh, he
fuel for
cancelled the
Centaur.
MG.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just super confused he was building an MG. Yeah, that makes sense now.
Orange actually has auto-reinforce active, which I find surprising. You can't see, unfortunately, Ashablois, but yeah.
Yeah, he's hated on it a lot. I think I heard him call it a noob trap, so...
But he's using it.
Yeah. I think it's the best move to use it, because...
Definitely.
I mean, most players are still limited by their mechanical capabilities, and you can just free up so much
The
micro.
beggars are
Oh,
threatening
it's
a
so
victory
better. I
point.
mean, who wants the game of tac map reinforce, tac map reinforce?
The enemy
It's
is
not a
trying to take
fun
point
thing.
from
I
us.
don't. If that makes it harder to play Company Heroes, I don't want to see the best players. You know, I want people that are actually good at tactics, strategy, maneuvering,
The enemy has
this
our
kind of thing.
I used to actually disagree, but now that I've used auto reinforce for a while, I'm actually convinced it's a good thing.
Yeah, me too. Autovolt as well. I changed my mind on Autovolt.
Yeah, for sure.
I hated it. I hated the idea
Yeah.
of it, and I've backtracked now.
Yeah, same for me.
Thanks to Mayor, it's always on the replays. Maybe he doesn't play with it actually. Back in the USSR, we've got Volscian Pioneers in trouble. Here comes the Verbal Wind. He's got 3 infantry kills only, and they're dead. Volscian Pioneer. Auto matches rejoice. Meanwhile, Tommy's in the garrison being forced off. We have squads on retreat. Ashablois could strike back quickly. Could get a squad
Tommy
wipe
might
quickly
die.
here.
Yeah, it's gonna die, I think. Oh.
Oh, let's see how much delay we've got. Tell me how many seconds you see on your screen.
beggars are threatening
14, 15,
Okay,
16.
wow, 4 seconds behind. 4 seconds.
I'll reload my stream. That's probably gonna fix it.
Yeah, a little bit.
points. Act now.
Just good to get it as close as we can.
25, 26.
I'll still 4 seconds. Oh dear.
All right, I'll just not comment on like things that are in the
Time
moment.
traveler. Tell us,
I just do,
Gia,
like,
what happened
macro.
in the past?
Bad shot. The enemy.
I can make like super bold predictions that everybody knows are wrong.
Oh god, that's funny. Right, we are missing the Kubel
Sending
Auto
reinforcements
Tankinator
as and
because
when
it
needed.
died. I could probably find its corpse for you. Look away now if you're a big fan of Kubels. It's there.
Oh, it hurts.
Oh, it's a Kettenkrad rather. Kettenkrad. My bad.
Okay, where's the Crusader, Orange?
It's
Please.
here, and he's 10 fuel late. He did not time his manpower economy as well as he could have done.
We shall reinforce
Yeah, but I think
you in
like
your absence.
doing exact timings like that is almost impossible because it's too situational. Like, there's just engagements you have to take sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. At this stage of the game, I mean, T70 timing in CoH3, people probably had down to a T by the,
Yeah.
you know, but I eventually think
Yeah.
they would do.
I mean, people develop like an intuition for when they should take engagements or when they should save manpower, I guess, and that's not the case yet, obviously, because the game is so young.
Verbal Wind. Verbaling around.
Matilda infantry support available for all.
Yeah,
And
as
he's going
usual.
for a Matilda heavy tank now. That is surprising. Now the timing was perfect for that.
But I'm worried because it won't be able to chase the whirlwind.
No.
Like, it's not really a threat. It can just drive away when
No.
it's being shot at.
I mean, the Matilda is very much an infantry tank. It moves at the infantryman's pace. So you move it with the support weapons, with the infantry. It does work well at doing that. You have to basically have 6-pounders with it.
Yeah. Maybe Orange is skeptical about like the Crusaders' ability to fight the Shreks. I'm not
Possibly.
sure.
Possibly, yeah. Choosing to go straight up there. It's a bold decision. Meanwhile, in the south, Tommies go to cap the victory point. It's a wise decision. Another Fellowship Pioneer could die here. Close.
It's the first time I see this mini AT gun. I'm not sure what it's called. It's like the CoH3 version of the Raquette.
LG-40 anti-tank. It's a recoilless rifle, but it's basically a Raketten's father.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of game mechanics, it feels very similar to the Raketten.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. No shields, that kind of thing, yeah. I hope it can't...
And it can retreat, right? Just
Can
kind
it?
of huge. I think so.
That'd be interesting.
The thing is, like, 2 Shreks and this mini AT gun are probably going to be enough to keep the Matilda at bay, I fear. And the Verbal is still going to Verbal around and kill shit.
As it does. That's its natural disposition. But Tommy's being forced off. Asher is just slowly dominating and suffocating the life out of Orange Pest. I think you might be right on the Matilda call there, Gia. It doesn't lend itself well to Orange Pest's playstyle, it has to be said.
Well, that, and it also doesn't lend itself well to this situation, because he needs something to actually threaten the Verbal, I feel. And maybe, like, maybe if he had, like, double Crusader at this point, he could do something. But just the Matilda, I don't know.
I think with Asher, he's a very patient player. This is his
Yeah.
zone. He's happy to sit here for 50 minutes and slowly suffocate you to death.
Yeah, but these players are the best in the end of the day. Like, the super methodical players generally outperform people like Orange or Gibber.
They do. Only Devem and Kimbo break that trend to
True.
the Panzer IV. It's the field. They had the raw micromechanical aggression to actually upset the ranks.
I would also count Dave into that category,
Yes.
even though he's only competed for like half a year or so.
Asiament as well. He was a controlled tap
Yeah.
map player, but he was aggressive about it. He could have been the perfect player, to be honest. We just never know.
I
now.
agree.
But Isildur's still the best proven player we've ever had.
Yeah, for sure. I think there's no doubt about it.
Although he's not liking CoH3, Gia. He's not liking it at all. I basically had to convince him to keep playing earlier. No offense to Isildur, but it's true. And he did. To his credit, he did. He did wobble quite a bit though. But yeah, he's struggling out there, and I really hope for Isildur's sake he's able to you know, climb back up and get back on top, because we need stories, we need heroes, and Isildur certainly has been for many people the last 3 or 4 years the best player in the world consistently.
Yeah, it would be a huge shame if he quits the game. But I think he will feel more comfortable once a meta gets established and things are like less chaotic.
Yes.
Because right now, this is not exactly Isildur's favorite environment, like this cheesy type of playstyle.
No.
I think he's probably just annoyed with that, because he wants to just outperform people methodically.
And also
Do that right
Lovenest. Lovenest didn't even check in today. I know I think he had family commitments, but he could have.
We're losing a victory
I don't think he
point
likes the
for enemy
game
action.
state either. But I just remind him, you come from coming here as 2014-15. That was way messier than this.
Absolutely.
It was a ridiculous mess. It was horrendous.
Armored vehicles are
Even
I mean,
worse
CoH3
than this.
at release was just horrible. Like the core gameplay was just fundamentally flawed. That's
It
why it
was
took so long
bad.
to fix it.
Yeah, 4-man versus 6-man was the worst design decision.
Yeah, with like super strong indirect fire mortars and shit that just caused random wipes and decided games that way.
Yeah, it was terrible. Really bad. This is so much better than CoH2 as of 2015, I'm going to say. Brits were Wampa OP, and you had no offensive veterancy on infantry. Loads of things were broken. Remember Arty cover? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh,
It was
Please don't
way
remind
worse
me.
than this. You had the original Luftwaffe from CoH2. Does anyone remember Luftwaffe from CoH2 with the loiters and the strafes and the fuel into munitions ability? Fuel into munitions into strafe into loiter.
I mean, at one point you could literally kill the American player by destroying his base with, I forgot what the artillery is called. The artillery with the Jaeger infantry doctrine from OKW. It could just one-shot the US base. Or the Tigers, for example. It could just drive into the opponent's base and win the game immediately. So, yeah.
Here we go. Matilda's finally getting a kill. It's been on the field for bloody how long, Gia? About 5 minutes or something stupid?
Yeah, something like that. It's basically done nothing.
Alright, he's going to try and catch out with an ability. He's going to stick a dive bomb it. It's never going to work. We'll just get the cinematic value. Oh no, this is Stuka Loiter, is it? Fair enough, my bad. He got some really good damage
does
in
actually
there.
work.
My bad.
Almost.
Stuka Loiter engaged. I'm a noob, of course. I must say I haven't been able to play for the entire week. I've been organising the Master League. So, game knowledge.
Yeah, but you're not alone. I think barely anyone has like a full understanding of the game yet. Everybody's like constantly confused about everything.
True. I expected that was a miss, but apparently not. Got a decent amount of damage. That loiter is very much complained about, is it not? It does have the kind of CoH3 properties of shooting outside its range quite a bit, I've heard.
Yeah, and it also comes in incredibly quickly. It's almost impossible to dodge most of the time, at least the first run.
Especially if you're as slow as a Matilda.
Yeah.
Under enemy control.
I wonder what Orange could do right now.
Well, his victory points aren't looking healthy. What could he do, Gia? What would you do in his position?
Yeah, I would probably tilt and lose the game, if I'm being honest. Yeah, because I don't really see what he could do with his
One
army.
white potential here for the Tommies, but the verbal vin's going to stop it most likely. It was close, at least. He puts down some arty on the recoilless rifle. Nearly
Maybe you
hits.
should switch to the right side, because it's better for the double AT gun and has 2 VPs.
Oh dear, this could be so bad.
We're losing a fuel point to enemy action.
By the way, is it just me or is it weird that units can't be shot at while they're landing?
Yeah, it's super
It's
weird.
really...
Must be an oversight, I imagine.
Yeah.
Oh. That was weird. Everything went slow motion for a second. I thought
I really think Orange should go to the right side, but I'm not sure. Like, I'm not confident in saying that, but there's double VP and you could use the AT guns because it's slightly more open.
I just think I really do think that the Matilda was a bad choice.
Yeah, for sure. I think
it was
Orange
bad.
would agree right now.
I mean, just look at it. It has 4 infantry kills. It's been on the field for 7 minutes.
Well, I take the kill counter with a grain of salt because it seems to be wrong a lot of the time, but I think in this case it might be right.
Possibly. Right, look at this Panzer battalion. Oh dear, that's a lot of death and destruction. A lot of grey slugs of terror.
Infantry will pillage anything they
Yeah,
can
Asha
from the enemy.
will probably be able to just grind Orange down right now through VPs. Because Orange will have to start throwing manpower at the VPs to stay in the game.
Alright then. What have we got in the south? Anything going on? He's just, trying to stall out and try and get something. And he's, pushing up now, finally, with the 6-pounder Matilda, and the boys as one. He's learnt to play with the Matilda as the game's gone on, Gia, and he's finally made some ground. It's been slow and steady, but here it comes.
Yeah, finally, he's caught a break.
Certainly has. Jaeger's watch on. We've got Panzer. It's being repaired as fast as the little blowtorches will carry them. 6-pounder's going to cap the fuel. Matilda's going to clear out the remnants of the German army. And here we go. Orange Pest is getting back into this deciding ace game of this best of 3 semi-final.
Could even get a triple cap. That gives some VP relief. How do you like the VP change?
Love it.
The fact that they tick down quicker.
I've seen 1-hour games, but I've seen a lot of 20-minute games. So personally, I felt like Company Heroes was a bit too long-winded at times in CoH2.
I agree.
So I'm kind of happy. I like it. If a game is long, it deserves to be long in this game.
Yeah, and there's like a different sense of urgency now. Like the whole stalling CoH3 gameplay where you wait for your opponent to fuck up and throw his units. I feel like that's not gonna work here. I'm really glad about that.
Matilda traffic jam over here, struggling to get out of the base.
Is that a second Matilda? It is, right?
It is, yeah. It's waltzing, literally waltzing
Oh my
around the
gosh,
base
this
right
is
now.
Painful to watch.
The beggars are threatening a victory point.
You know, he might be able to play both sides at the same time with one Matilda on each side. Let's see how he does it.
I mean, I would go for Beach at this point.
Victory
Because it's
point.
two
Yeah,
victory
because he
points
needs
on
the
Beach.
double VPs. Yeah,
Yeah, I'd
I
go for
agree.
Beach with a double Matildas. He's got 2 6-pounders, he's got a victory point, he's got Vet, 2 Tommies. He has everything he needs. I would consider this as a blob uncounterable, to be honest, unless like a Stuka Loiter upsets him.
We've lost a
But yeah, I don't think
Yeah, but that is a big unless. With these slow Matildas, like...
True. And you can't get away from the Stuka. So if you consolidate, I think he could win,
enemies
but
pushing the
that's
line,
if the Stukas
trying to take
didn't
one of our
exist, I guess.
points.
Oh, what a shot from the Matilda, finally making up for itself. First squad
Oh, nice.
wipe in a long time.
Artillery barrage on the way.
What could Asha do right now? Like, what is his best move be?
Tiger stall usually for Asher. What commander is these? Luftwaffe, so there's no Tiger on the agenda. What could he go for instead?
We're losing a
Not a
victory
Brumbear,
point.
no. Oh God. I'm struggling, to be honest. How many
Yeah,
Jaegers
same.
does he have? How many Jaegers? He's got the one.
Can you go on the tech map?
Oh yeah, of course. That's the best way to see his army, I
Yeah.
guess. He's got 2 Panzer IVs still, one
The enemy has our
one
victory point
recoilless rifle thing, 1 Panzer Shrek. The Matildas
2
could stomp
Jaeger.
his face in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually looking really good for Orange.
All of a sudden it is 2 Matildas. You have to get critical Matilda mass.
Is it really
he's
the
getting
Matildas,
another.
or is it just Orange, Ash's infantry not being really strong after losing the fall? But Orange is like
Possibly.
way stronger infantry right now.
The veterancy on Tommies is ridiculous. It does kind
Yeah.
of play itself, the Brits do, if you get to the late game. And that's certainly what's starting to
Crusader
happen.
cruiser finished.
Oh, he's gone for a Crusader, my bad. I can't see the tank profiles very
Might wipe
well.
the Pio.
Might do, yeah. But the Crusader's going to give him that mobility now. He's going to be able to stomp around and get around the back
Yeah.
of Ashablois' army.
Might be able to finish off a tank when it's low.
Good question from Nylon and chat. Which ones does he have? It's difficult to say. I think the ones that... Yeah, he must have it because you can't get it anymore. So there's infantry training, team weapon training, and armoured vehicle training. So he's got all 3. Have you had much experience using these, Gia?
Yeah, I mean, not much experience, but I felt like they were really strong, but I don't know the exact bonuses they give. If someone in chat knows, I'd be really interested.
Spark up while it's time.
As vague as ever. I can't wait for a community mod that tells you actually the stats.
Yeah.
And I will
I mean,
just...
I do get that they don't put them in the game. It would make the game seem very technical if there were like numbers all everywhere.
True. It's like a professionalism thing, I think.
Yeah.
Look at that beautiful textured mountain in the background. So gorgeous. Crusaders preparing for a flank. The Panzer Act is acting on the victory point in the north there.
Is it load bearing? Then it's fixed.
I don't know, Pansy YG. I think if you look at the armour of a Matilda, it could be a threat to a Panzer IV in the right conditions. Probably not in an
victory point
open
is being
steppe or an
overrun.
open desert, but certainly in the close quarter combat situation like this. In fact, I'd rather be in a Matilda, actually. Bloody armour for days.
Hit this ugly bastard!
Let's see what his plan with the Crusaders.
Has he been spotted, though? Because this Crusader could be a surprise. I don't think he will have been
Yeah, I
spotted.
think that is the idea. No, he hasn't been spotted. Unless there's some map hack ability that we don't know about.
Light mode casting's going to have to get engaged in a second because we've got a flank and shank.
yeah.
We've got a convalescence of units. He's going to cascade.
Yeah, I think we'll have
Upon
the
him.
deciding moment now.
Oh, here it goes. The convergence is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. The Panzers have been caught in a trap. Orange Pest is going to go forward, but here comes Goering to spoil the day. Oh, that strafe is nasty. Can the Shrek finish the job? Yes, it can. Matilda down. Orange Pest has to cancel the push.
Yeah, without the strafe, it would have been really interesting, but... Basically traded the Matilda for the ammunition.
Yes.
Withholding reinforcements, Commander.
He's got loads of fuel and manpower, though. So
I mean, if he immediately builds the Matilda, he might be able to repeat the push, and that time there won't be a strafe, so... Because he was close to being pop-capped anyway, so he had to do like some kind of aggressive move.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, he has now lost the victory point, so sounds good. May not necessarily be so. There we go. 6-pounder on the back lines takes some huge shots into the Panzerfall, but there you go. The Crusader can't penetrate the frontal armor. Here comes the other Panzerfall with the Scherzen from the side, and the Jaegers are there. This could be game. Ashablois' patience and ability to click the loiter with supreme skill and precision could mean he wins this game now.
Yeah, looks like it, unfortunately. Like, it was a bit anticlimactic, because it looked like there was like the deciding engagement about to start, and then it just fell apart for Orange.
Skill planes, bruh. It just
Yeah.
is what it is, unfortunately.
At least he
And
gets the
Matilda's
dribble.
thrown. Orange tilts. Ashablois in the grand final. There's no way back now, I think. He's chucking the Crusader in for good fun. And the GG is going to be called. Look in the top right of your screen, ladies and germs. You're going to see it. Although he just get a kill on a Felshempire. Maybe the mighty Crusader can go in and kill everything. We got the 6-pounder back? Is the game still
Ooh,
going?
It might actually be able to kill.
They use the mortar there for a
this one
second.
before.
Panzerfall goes forward. Vickers does a really good job keeping him in things.
75 points remaining for us.
I mean, absolutely love Orange Pest to make a big comeback here, but I can't see it happening. Well, let's
Yeah,
wait
the
and see.
triple cap is happening, so not
Ah.
much time left.
Vickers
But yeah, it has to be said, really well played, Basho. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
super
general.
patient. Yeah.
Lost a sector to the
Oh, he
enemy.
did kill the weapon,
Cutting it a
actually.
bit
Just
fine
doesn't
here.
look very dead.
We're down to only 50 points.
Oh, dear. Hey, he's an aggressive player, Hobrinator. That's not his style. But unfortunately, in this case, his style was cancelled. And Orange Pest throws in the towel. We have our first grand finalists. Clown Game. Orange Pest is tilted. There we go. GG.
Really nice game. Maybe a bit of an anticlimactic ending, but yeah, congratulations to Asha.
And there we go. CoH3 is not anti-skill. It's very much skill. It's just sometimes, it can be anti-skill when you've got a skill plane. Gia, that was a good series, though. Did you enjoy it in general?
I really did. I enjoyed the whole thing. I mean, it was, as you would expect, there was like a lot of chaos, and meta hasn't really been established yet, so it can't really be compared to CoH2 tourneys, but I think it was really refreshing and fun watch.
Absolutely. It was refreshing and fun, and some of my favourite series earlier. I really enjoyed the Orange Pest Inca Una series.
Yeah, me too.
Big thanks for joining, Gia. I really liked your insight to have on the stream.
Yeah, thank
Definitely
you.
have to have you back one day. That'd be lovely. It's always good to kick back
Yeah,
and
for sure.
talk some good co. And
Thanks for having me.
yeah, it's absolute pleasure. Big shout out to the 1,500 viewers we've got in chat. It's great to have you out here for coming here as competitive. Please stick around. I'm going to be back tomorrow casting more games. I'm going to do the semi-finals of of Alpern versus his assailants. My brain is melting. So yeah, it's all going to be good. And yeah, welcome everybody. Thanks to the admins today. They had a really tough job because of the new format. It was a bit complicated, but with complicated formats, sometimes you get really cool results. So go and check out the brackets. There should be way more stories in the future going forward with these kind of brackets, because what you do get is you get like ebb and flow of people up and down the brackets. Gia, do you find it intriguing, at least?
Tournament system?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't fully understand it. I was one of the people who voted great, but don't understand. But I'll have to take like a proper look at it.
Yeah, you have to actually look into it, and yeah, it kind of explains itself when you read into it. But basically, don't worry, we've got a traditional tournament at the top of things, and the rest of it is ranking battles. But the losers of the first round of the traditional tournament drop down, they get relegated, they have to defend their ELO. And everyone else is kind of doing the same. They're going up and down, defending their ELO, trying to get promoted, trying to get demoted. Well, they don't want to get demoted, trying to defend themselves from being demoted. And basically, every tournament should have a new top 8 every time, giving more and more people opportunities to win the big cash as we go forward. And we go forward to a grand mega tournament in about 3 or 4 months' time. So yeah, it's a little bit confusing, but it makes a lot of sense when you look into it. It's basically about giving players more opportunities to win more money than ever before, down to more places, down to 16th this time.
It also allows like smaller players to prove themselves in the lower tier and makes it like less intimidating to participate, because there's something called like the bronze tier or whatever it is.
Correct, yeah.
I think that's another positive.
Yeah, basically I want people to be able to practice without getting stomped in the round 1 and never being seen again.
Yeah.
So in this case, like Demare, who... you know, he's had a great time. He came up against Tobis, he got his confidence up. He came downtrodden Isildur, he beat him, and now he's up against Barton, and he's looking really good. Or Moma for show, who needed to like ease himself back into tournament play. He did drop down initially, but he's just beaten Hulk Smash, a fellow Co1 player, sorry. And yeah, he's done well.
Yeah, I love to see all these old names. So much nostalgia.
Definitely, and you'll know some of them. You will have played against a lot of them, I assume.
Yes.
All right then, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to be a Patreon, I really do advise it. We have every penny goes into prize pools from that Patreon, so please do support. Big thanks again to the admins, to the patrons, to the players for playing so well and having such good sportsmanship today. I realise it's a new format, it's a little bit confusing, but you played really well. And see you tomorrow for some more replay casting as we cast some of the games we didn't get a chance to see today. Thank you so much, guys. Cheers. And
see you guys.
We are going to have to act if we want to live in a different world.
There is a very unstable situation on the ground that is unfolding